Yes, everybody. How we all doing? Hope we're all good, everybody. Everybody's had a good bank holiday and a good Tuesday as well. Some news to catch up on. Not been on for a couple of days, I think it is. But when you're working night shifts, it's not easy. So, yeah, thought to jump on and discuss the latest with Saka. 1 month. I did say 6 week. I think he'll be out for. So I'm going to stick to that. I think they've said 1 month, 4 week, obviously, but I'm just rounding it off to 6 week. Jakub Kivior, that looks promising, people. It looks like now he might be going, and Porto look like the favourites in the Premier League. Um, Piero Hinkeby. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but this has just come out of nowhere. He is a powerful, powerful defender. I haven't seen him loads. I've probably seen him a few times for Bayer Leverkusen when he used to watch all the football all over the world. But he looks like a typical Mikel Arteta signing in a way. A powerful 6 foot. I think he's 6 foot actually. 6 foot player, and he looks like a powerhouse. And it could be a good signing. But before we'll get into this more. Um, so yeah, Saka, I'm saying 6 week. I predicted 6 week. They're saying a month, but I'm just going to say 6 week. Piero Incapié, the Ecuadorian defender. I'm happy for that signing, but I still don't think we've got enough people. And this is where it's so frustrating. Signing all these players could be a potential eighth signing, and we're still saying we're going to have to use Eze as a left winger, which is a number 10. It's as simple as that. Is a number 10. The creativity will bring the spark, the energy, the speed, the power, the urgency of his runs, the way he'll pass the ball fast to Gyökeres. We might not see that because now Odegaard might be injured for say a couple of weeks. Will he put Eze straight there as a number 10? And let's just hope Eze balls straight away, just absolutely smashes it, because then we might get a hope and then look and think, right, as they scored one already and he's been brilliant and assisted, then he might just say, right, I'm cementing this place in his head, obviously not Arteta. I'm having this place, and because that's where he's best, that's where he's best suited. So let's hope this happens. Eze goes straight to number 10 while Martin Odegaard misses 1 or 2 games, maybe slash 2 week. But the left side, the left hand side, the left wing. I don't know what people think in the chat, but I've played football myself from 7 to 14, and I've watched it since I'm about 5 year old. I'm sick of people telling me just lately, like on Twitter, a left winger. They're not goal scorers no more. They're not meant to score goals. Are they wired up right? Are they wired up right? A left winger, Robert Perez, Mark Overmars, Andrei Kanchelskis. The list goes on. There's so many. They are meant to score goals. Your left winger and your right winger are meant to support the striker and contribute and reach, preferably, double figures. Let's say even 10 to 11 league goals. Where's this bullshit keep coming from? What people changing it? Oh, it's all invert. Oh, it's a left six, it's a left. I mean, I get people move, we have to move at times, but why are we changing it? I will never. You'll not hear me say, oh, he's a left, he's a six, he's an eight. I'm just like, he's a centre midfielder. Does that mean when he's playing in that position, he can't move to that other side at centre position in the midfield? Uh, Maybe I'm just a bit old school, and I'm there's people older than me, but I am. I just don't do all this like a left winger, right winger, goal, 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 goal threats, goal threats. They're meant to act as a support to your striker, and now I'm getting told wingers don't score goals no more. They're not meant to. They're meant to defend. Yes, they have to defend. The duty is as a winger to defend as well, but it has to be no less than 60-40, 60 attack, 40 defence. Ideally, I want an 80% attack minded winger and 20% defence. But Arteta seems to go with a 60 defence and 40 attack. And good evening, Rich 99, Arsenal, and all watching. Good evening, Endon. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. And today, big up, Rich. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, Anthony. Hope you're well, my guy. Ugly Gunner 1983. Big up, Rich. It me, FK. Change my name. How are you? I, I looked as soon as I seen the F sorry, as soon as I seen the 1983 FK, I thought, "That's FK, that's FK." Big up my guy, hope you well. Nice picture with Eze. I like that one. I do like that. Going on, big up Rich. Yeah, big up everybody. So with this bullshit, what I mean, like getting told now, wingers are not goal scorers. They don't. The main point of a winger now seems to be defensive side. Oh, is this because Mikel Arteta's done this? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, yeah. Always have to remember people. What Mikel Arteta says, some people are obsessed with him. Obsessed with him. He can say anything. He can say the snow falls blue and it's not white no more. Yep, I agree. Mikel Arteta, if you say the snow is no longer white coming from the sky and it's just all blue, light blue, then that's it, Mikel Arteta. We believe you. Seriously, man. Like it's embarrassing. Getting told a winger don't contribute. Okay, okay. Right, so a striker then is just there to put all the goals in the net and get no help whatsoever from his wingers. Absolute bullshit. So what we're thinking, people, what this Piero Incapi, what's going through our minds? Is he do you want this signing? Another defender? Or would you have rather have signed a backup striker? Personally, I'd have gone for a full cheap left back, or even maybe a loan and signed a backup striker, just knowing that if Gyökeres, because the thing is now, right, and I say this so many times in streams, um, you have to look at a bigger picture in football. It's all right that the nice little rosy, pretty picture at the minute is Eze signing, bringing him home since obviously getting released when he was 13-year-old, etc. And then I think we're Reading as well, and obviously going to QPR. So that's the good picture, the pretty picture. Yeah, we've got a fantastic signing. We all wanted Eze. If you didn't, I mean, well, I don't know. But I look at bigger pictures in football, and this is why I'm not big-headed. I get a lot of things wrong, but I get a lot of things right as well. And I look at the big picture, and I'm thinking to myself, what if Victor Gyökeres, and it's all ifs and buts, but you have to look at the bigger picture in football. There's no other way around it. You've got to. Good scenario, bad scenario. Always expect the unexpected, the good, the bad, the sad, the happy. Like anything in life, and I keep saying this just lately because it is factually correct. Um, what if Victor Gyökeres gets injured, people? Do you have confidence? Because I don't. Looking at that Arsenal team and thinking, where's our goals going to come from? Because I don't trust Madueke based on his Chelsea days. I do not trust Trossard. I do not trust Martinelli. I do not trust Jesus, even though he's not even going to be playing yet. Then the next one is probably like Ethan Wanyeri and Eze. And having to say that, because that Kai Havertz is injured, Saka's injured, so that having to say that if Victor Gyökeres gets injured, this is my personal opinion, we will look and think the pressure then will be on Eze, Wanyeri to score goals because it's been proven Martinelli won't do it. He might chip in with 2 goals every 8 games or something like that. Trossard, the same. Might get 4 goals and then drop off for 6 or 7 games. So this is why I keep saying people can say, "Oh, it's the best win." I've seen all this already on Twitter. It's the best window I've ever had. People, it's 11 out. It's a 12 out of 10. To me, it's a 7. Just still got Deadwood here, and we still haven't fully completed a transfer window with Mikel Arteta. He just will never, ever get that balance correct. He just does not get that balance right. It's as simple as that. If people can honestly say we don't need a backup striker, then I think you might be just masking over it and ignoring it because Martinelli, you know, you just don't trust in people. Like I'd love to see I would love to see Martinelli just succeed at this club. If he could turn this season round this season and revitalise it and be pushed up front, and I'm just saying, if Victor Gyökeres gets injured or be his backup right now and he starts scoring, it'd be fantastic to see. All the Arsenal fans would love to see Martinelli revitalise his Arsenal career. But I am going on. This is his third rubbish season in a row. And this is not how you win a Premier League title, let me tell you, or a Champions League. There's no more trials. There's no more experimenting in different positions, etc. This is the now. There's nothing left. What anyone can say? Oh, well, the Arteta ain't got that player. He's not been given that money. He has got zero excuses left. He is going to be absolutely battered by the commentators, the press, the pundits, fans from other clubs. He's going to be battered. Like if we lose to Liverpool and we play rubbish and we lose 2-0, then all this, beating Leeds 5-0, no disrespect to Leeds United as well, because they always come with good, great fans, etc. But they're not in Arsenal's league, and it's obvious they're not. They're from, they've just came up, um, and Arsenal's got some very good players. But this is it now. This is the last chance. He cannot be given any more time. If he does not win that Premier League or Champions League, he has to go. Even a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup double is not good enough. It proves that he still can't get over the line and slog it out for 9 months. He cannot manage a team through a full season to get over the line. So this is where I think, yeah, Eze, fantastic signing. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. It's amazing signing. You know, um, Gyökeres, quality signing, fantastic. After that, people, after that, I will not pretend and not be holded like big. What's the word? I will not be let Arsenal and all these Arteta etc. fans who are just obsessed with him have an hold on me. I will say my truth opinions, and to me, Eze, Gyökeres, I look at that and I think they're two fantastic, brilliant signings. What I definitely wanted, but after that, I'm like, Norgard, okay, decent-ish. Zubimendi, yeah, he'd probably be a good midfielder. Um, Mosquera might be a decent centre back, after 10 games or next season. Kepa, it is what it is. A bit of pocket money, small change. Piero Hinkeby, however pronounce that name. I think that'll be a good signing. He's a powerhouse. He's very good. I've seen him a few times at Bayer Leverkusen. And Madueke, no, no. If we signed Ivan Toney on loan, that's the third signing I'm going to say yes. That makes me think we've got a real good attacking prowess now. With Eze behind, hopefully if Odegaard stays injured. Um, Again, the left winger, that's where it still gets me when I'm thinking, who's going to play on the Arsenal left wing? Who is going to play on the left wing? Because for the last 3 seasons, it's been shit. It's been shit. We just do not do bits on the left wing. We don't have a goal scorer on the left wing. And I am still shocked that Mikel Arteta hasn't changed it. But I know what he's thinking. Eze, somehow I can magically turn him in to a left winger. So please let me know what you think, people. Right, I'm going to read these comments out because, like I always say, I don't like to miss any. Right, Anthony Gavino, evening. Anthony Herbert, good set is good to see. Anthony Herbert, evening, Gavin. Uligona, 1983. The front three should all be scoring goals, not just a striker. FK, absolutely, mate. But apparently, these new football fans or these obsessed artists, as soon as you mention something about we haven't signed a left wing a goal scorer, they don't need to they don't need to score. It's all about defending now. That's how the game's moved on. No, that's what you're telling people because you haven't got a first clue how football works. Um, where are we? It's factual. Striker scores, left winger, right winger, contribute, help him. If a striker scores 25 goals a season and your left winger scores 10 Premier League goals and your right winger scores 8 Premier League goals, that's pretty decent. Ideally, you want 10 to 12 league goals from your left winger and right winger. Godfrey, big up Rich. Just finished watching West Ham vs Wolves. Strong Larson looks like a good backup to have. Yeah, but now Newcastle are lingering around him. And Strong Larson, I mean, he's someone I won't say like Trossard because Stratton's obviously a striker, but when he used to play for Celta Vigo, you were like, there he goes. He's a threat. He's scoring a few goals. And then next minute, he drops off. And at Wolves last season, he was scoring goals for fun at one point, and then he drops off. So with Strong Larson, I just don't look at him as like a consistent striker because he has spells where he might score 7 goals in like, you know, 10 league games, but then it can drop off for about 5 or 6 games. But with good service, I think because he's a decent finisher. But Wolves now, say obviously Newcastle have made it like the noise heard. We don't know if it's 100% true because I can't remember the sources where it's it, but apparently Newcastle are looking at him. If it's true, so let's say if it is, and Newcastle have offered 50 million, Wolves say no, then Arsenal apparently are looking at him as well. Wolves are just going to go like, yeah, this is a bidding war. Let's just put 65 million on his head, and this is it's crazy because like 65 million for John Larson, he might turn up and have like a good spell, like I said, of maybe hit 7 goals in like 12 games or something. 7 goals in 12 games. Um, it, and 65 million is mad when I just think of Trossard. I know the different positions, but a Belgian international, bags of experience, Brighton and Arsenal now, and we struggled to even get 25 million for him. Um, Donald Zarant, big up Donald. Good to see you in the chat again, my guy. Good evening there, Guna here from USA. Yep, USA, America, just what a country. One day I have to get to America. I've been wanting to go for 11 years. Godfrey, big up. Sean Johnson, Ambrosini was always left of Pirlo. So yes, they're always left and right centre midfielders. Yeah, I get that, Sheldon, but I'm saying people have got it like so precise, like, oh, he can't move over to that left hand side of him, or he can't move. Some midfielders have to cover the whole area. Darren Fletcher used to do it. Carrick used to cover the whole area. Ray Parlour would pick up everywhere. It, I get what people are saying, but I just don't. I don't see football like that. I see it as like if he's a centre midfielder, it can go to that left side of centre mid. It can go to that right. He might have to be all over the pitch. And that's how I see it. It's like, oh no, you can't cross that border. You can't cross that border. Sometimes you have to pick up everywhere. Football locker room. Banter, big up Football Locker Room. Please go and subscribe to Football Locker Room, people, if you already haven't. Football Locker Room, 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah, that's fair. Donald Zaram Martinelli historically good against Liverpool. Let's get behind him on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely buzz Donald if Martinelli just literally starts scoring goals and it starts Sunday against Liverpool. And he has got good form against Liverpool. I really, really wanted that guy to be an Arsenal legend. I really did. And I still say partly blame Mikel Arteta for him because he's just stopped him. He's stopped the Martinelli having freedom and just running and running teams ragged because he's like, oh, I've got to get back. And then going to Rich 99 Arsenal, although no out, so no out and out backup striker, there are enough offensive players to fill in should Gyökeres get injured. Well, I get what you're saying, and they should be, but I don't have confidence in any of them. That's what my point is at the moment. And the Martinelli's problem is that he is not being played in the right position. Yeah, let's just. I hope he gets some game time. I hope he, you know, give him a chance at being Gyökeres, but do something. Just help Mark. If they're not going to sell him, do something to help Gabby Martinelli because we all want him to succeed at this football club. He never moans. He's never whinging. He's just never ever going to go when the players. I don't want to play in this team. You know what I mean? And throw his toys out. Probably he never will. He loves Arsenal Football Club. So Mikel Arteta, it's down to you now. Play him as Gyökeres as backup. Even if you giving him like 30 minutes as a striker. Just do something. If you're not going to sell Martinelli, try and revitalise his career and play him somewhere different because I do not want to keep seeing Martinelli putting 4 out of 10 performances in because I really like the guy. And like I said, I wish he would have become an Arsenal legend, but that is just literally fading away rapidly. Gabriel, evening Godfrey. En dan football locker room banter. En dan gure Hincapi. Hincapi. So Johnson, Hincapi, I don't really rate him. Wow. That's what I mean. It's good to have that. You're not a fan, Sheldon. I've seen him a few times. He's a typical what Mikel Arteta wants him. He's powerful. You know, he's got them surges in him with his runs, but we'll see. We'll see. But I tell you something. To think that you're going to have Gabriel and Saliba as your Premier League and Champions League centre backs, and then imagine like Incapi and Mosquera as your cup centre backs. I mean, we really have built a very, very good defence, people. Real strong, full of height, powerful, fast defence. Obviously, Calafiore has to prove himself this season. Has to try and stay fit because at the moment I ain't a fan, and I'd sell him tomorrow. Um, Donald Trump. I've watched a handful of Leverkusen games because of Wirtz. Incapi is very good. An upgrade to Kiviat. Yeah, I would say he is. I would. Godfrey, evening, Gavin. AJ, sell Odegaard to fund Rodrigo. Yeah, send him back. Send Odegaard back. AJ, big up Rich every time. Big up AJ, my guy. Well, Hooligan 1983. Rich, we all know if your Chris gets. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, we all know if Yockers gets injured. Moreno's going up front. Yeah, yeah, I've already seen it as well. I put something on Twitter, and I think someone saying want to comment Twitter. Didn't we've still? Don't forget we've got Moreno, and I'm like, God. We're still talking like this, people, and we're meant to be serious. We're meant to be I don't think people understand how much pressure is on Arsenal and Arteta to win the Premier League and the Champions League this season. Two, even if we win Carabao Cup and FA Cup, it ain't going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. They'll just turn around and say they still couldn't get over the line and win the Premier League because this manager is not good enough to slog out for 9 months and take them all the way through. That's what it's going to be. The commentators are going to be on it, the pundits, people on obviously pundits on the radio stations, pre-match, post-match, report. They're all going to be on it. AJ, big up Godfrey every time. AJ, big up Ugly Gone 1983. Sorry, Chris. Don't be sorry, Ugly. Do not be sorry at all. Go for AJ. And you're going to Martinelli won't complain as he's on 108. Yeah, he's on 180k a week. Chris Welsh, big up, mate, and chat. Hope we are well. Big up, Chris. Hope you're well, my guy. Please go and subscribe to Chris Welsh if you already haven't. Chris, Liverpool. I mean, Nabulia. I've heard Chelsea now are demanding a bit of compensation for him as well. But what a goal that was! That were like Arshvin's against Barcelona, where you have to run onto it and bend your foot around the ball. That's not an easy finish because he put power on it, and his accuracy was perfect. I mean, when I think of Liverpool, I just think they've got Chiesa, who I think people don't understand sometimes how actually good of a football Chiesa is. He is absolutely class. But you have to just think he just don't stay fit. So we just can't expect anything of him. We can't expect 3 or 5, 6 games in a row because he's always injured. But Chiesa's a brilliant footballer. You would have him in your squad 100%. And if he could stay fit, he would probably challenge anyone because he's that good of a footballer. He's brilliant. But when I look at Liverpool, Ekatike looks like a success. Up to yet already. Looks like he can handle it in Premiership. They've got Salah. Wait till he starts, turning up. Gakpo, we know what he can do. And then I just think if they sign Isaac, I mean, as I'm still sticking with Man City will win Premier League, but I just look at it and think if Liverpool can sign Isaac, I mean, if it's Isaac of Newcastle last season, I mean, how do you stop that? How do you stop that? And I'm still sticking with Man City League because I think they're going to sign Donnarumma. I think Pep's getting pissed off after that Tottenham game, and I think now they're going to push for a centre back. I think they're going to push Akanji out, maybe get Ake out if they can, and I think they will sign a world class centre back because they need one. I've been saying it so many times. I'm shocked they haven't replaced Kyle Walker. They might just get away with doing that, but they haven't got a world class centre back in their team. There's no Diaz from 2 years ago, so I do expect Man City to sign 2 more players at least. And if Savinho goes, another attacking option maybe comes in. It looks like Rodrigo's staying at Real Madrid, but you just don't know. If Pep calls, tells him he wants him, then Man City probably will get Savino as well. But I think Donnarumma will be the next in, um, because the owners won't stand for it. Like in that two-part interview, he says we will not make the same mistakes again. And to be fair, up to yet they're getting ran over. They're very open. They just haven't got a world-class centre back. Imagine if Gabriel and Saliba, or Van Dijk were in that centre back position for City. Wow. Um, and Rodri, he might not be the same after his injury, so you just don't know. Where are we? We've gone at 93. AJ, big up, mate. What do you score the window now? Well, ugly. Mine's on 7. Mine's on 7 because we've still got all the deadwood here. Not budged anybody. Not got anyone. Even Nelson. Freaking hell, Nelson meant to be leaving Fulham about 5 weeks ago, literally, and he's still here. £100,000 a week. So probably that's why. And again, a good evening, AJ. But I will say this: Andre Berta looks levels above Edu. It, he looks like the real deal. He looks like a very, very good sporting director. Serious, means business. I just hope he don't become part of the puppet show, the part of the circus, what we've had with Tim Lewis and Richard Garlick. I hope Bertie can be his own man. And they're like, look, if I'm here, I'm doing my business. And if you don't let me, I'm out. Because clubs now, if Bertie turned round, let's just say something happened, and Arsenal fell out with Bertie or Bertie fell out with Arsenal, I guarantee you now, probably everybody in the world right now would be queuing up just to take Andre Berta as a sporting director because people forget, like, it's all documented everywhere. Social media, everything. All clubs know Arsenal, probably teams in like the Premier League and that, they will look at they all connect agents. There's probably something where they can all see who's spending because they reach out, we're interested in this player, etc. From that league. They've got scouting networks, got now it's just looking at things all the time, teams. So people even Premier League, Portuguese league, Dutch league, Ebenezer would be knowing Arsenal maybe signing the potential 8th signing in a row. So it's all documented all over. So that will just think, they'll know Andre Berta's gone to Arsenal, like the hierarchy of other clubs, because they do. So if Andre Berta fell out with Arsenal tomorrow, or they fell out with him, he would have absolutely everybody queuing up for Andre Berta right now because he's known anyway. Obviously, Atletico Madrid from 2013 to 2025. So I'm hoping it stays like this. I'm hoping Berta's not going to become a puppet. Don't want to be coming to because I said he'll either come to Arsenal to become an even richer man, be part of the circus and become a puppet, or you're going to see a Berta what's like, right, I'm here to do a job. F off and let me do things my way. And it's looking more like the latter, like he is doing things off his like this is my call now, and I'm in charge. Because if we didn't have Andre Berta, Arsenal would have ended up with Sesko because of Mikel Arteta. That's how I see it. We would not have signed Gyökeres. Because he's that voice in Arteta's ear where probably Edu were a bit too soft. And they go to the biggest hindrance to Martin is Odegaard. Odegaard slows up. He does, Endon. He really does. This is why Eze has to go straight in that 10 position. Martinelli is Odegaard. Odegaard slows up play too much, which is detrimental to Martinelli on the break, on the speed. On the break speed. Yeah, absolutely. And a very good point. Odegaard does slow play up so much. We've seen it already this season. Because quality defender, very jealous of the signing. The only issue I have, if I was Arsenal fan, you still have no left back at the club. This is another centre back. He's upgrade on Kiviat at least. Yeah, they're not signing a real out and out left back. They want a centre back / left back. We need to start signing players, people, where they specialise in that position. None of this, well, he can play on the left, he can play on the right. No. We've got enough of that versatility. It's now time to start signing players where he is a left back and that is his position. He is a left back and that's his position. Period. Full stop. No question. Oh, we can play there. No. We want a player what specialises in that position. So Johnson, he won't be moaned because he is above his level. Playing where else? Up front? Are we making jokes now? If you're on about Martin, yeah. Well, they're going to keep Martinelli, so they have to do something to try and implement better because it's not working with him. This is his third shit season, people. Third shit season in a row, and it's already started like it has done the last two previous seasons. So they've got to do something. It's all right saying, "Oh well, if they're going to keep him, make sure you use Martinelli in a different area. Do something with Martinelli. If you're willing to keep him and have ignored, we don't know if it's true, the bids from the Saudi clubs, probably could have got 60, 70 million for him because they will pay that. Make sure you do something for Martinelli because it's just going to go worse. It's just going to get worse, 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 and worse. Chris Welsh, all trophies mean the same for me. Yep, absolutely, absolutely, Chris. You win. You enter competitions to win. It's as simple as that. AJ, good evening, and Guna. All Odegaard needs to do is stop running in circles with the ball and stagnate the offense. Pass on the first touch. Keep the flow. Yeah, pick the ball up, bang to Gyökeres's feet or Saka or whoever's on the left wing, or run, 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 run. None of this run, run, run. Hesitation and back and sideways, sideways that slows us down massively. Even Patrick Vieira would pick that ball up and he would just storm forward. He would just stride forward and it used to shit the hell out of defenders. They were like, wow, we don't have to come towards him because, he's just going to knock us over. But look at it now. Perez is moving, Lundberg's moving, Tyrion, that's what it needs to be at Arsenal now, people. You need to have Eze on that ball. You need to have a fantastic left winger making his run. Saka on the right wing making his run. Gyökeres is moving all over the box. You need to start scaring the shit out of teams like we used to with our attacking play. Absolute shit them up. They couldn't handle it. Vieira picking that ball up and striding forward, you know. Well, I mean, even Dennis, Dennis would do that, pick the ball up and just run, and well, Bergkamp could just do anything he wanted with people. He could stop with ball, turn it, and still keep ball. Um, AJ Ugly Gunner, I would say 6.57 max. I'm on 7, AJ, with window. AJ Donald, he won't sell. He won't, so sell him. This is it. But the thing is, Martinelli, do not sell him now, unless someone just comes in from Saudi League and just says, right, 60 million. But they probably still won't. AJ, good evening, Chris Welsh. Such I knew Numoa was at youth good at youth level at Chelsea, but didn't want to hype him up. What a moment for the lad. Brilliant finish. Hopefully we manage him well. Yeah, 16-year-old. It's just great to see young players. It really is. Just literally. I know like, and I didn't take it in consideration at the time. You have to think, right, goal difference at end of season. Of course you do. Sometimes that can win your Premier League. But I thought to myself, please give Diamond that ball for the penalty. Let Diamond take that penalty. And he had a volley, what went over bar. He had a shot. And I just thought, can't you give him that penalty? Can you not give Max Diamond that penalty? Let him score. But obviously it didn't happen. Rice picked it up and then passed it to Gyökeres. AJ, Rich, huge congratulations on 467 subs. Thank you very much, AJ. Yeah, I'm please smash the likes up, people, if you can, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 500. Gavin L, evening, AJ. Chris Wells, to be honest, I rather prioritize Gay over Isaac. At minute, Canate is in Madrid and performance. I agree, Chris. Canate is having a woeful season, an absolute shit show to start with. I think his head. Some players don't let it bother him, but I think he's literally his head is playing for Real Madrid, and I agree with you on that. Mark Gay, I think you should sign him rapidly. Is a Liverpool fan. Chris, I've heard Man City. I don't know if it's true. Man City, I'm looking at him as well, but I think it's Liverpool for him. Chris Welsh, Isaac will definitely happen now. He's kept saying no to Newcastle and still wants to leave. Even said it to Chip. Yeah, apparently the Newcastle owners, the Saudi owners, actually sat down with him in his house and were talking, and he still said, "I don't want to play for this club again." Gavin L, evening, Chris Welsh, and then Guna. Good evening, at Chris Welsh. Yes, no option now, but to sell Isaac, no point. Newcastle hanging on. No, they're not. onto a player that no longer wants to play. Yeah, and they could get like 120, 30 million for him. Go and get him and invest because people, Newcastle went down to 10 men. Just look at Eddie Howe. He nearly drawn to Liverpool with 10 men. I'm sick of people saying Eddie Howe is not a good manager. He's not. He's a freaking brilliant manager. And I'm telling you now, if we'd had Eddie Howe in the last 3 seasons, Arsenal would have been crowned champions of the Premier League. And I don't care what anyone sorry, Eddie Howe would have won Arsenal a Premier League title. He is a freaking brilliant manager. Imagine him having all the money what Arteta's had to spend. Wow. We'd have had strikers would have been sorted. You know, we would have had a left winger. He nearly beat Liverpool. Well, holding Liverpool with 10 men. He's not even playing with an out and out striker at the minute, and they're still doing good. Imagine that, if they can get two good strikers like a Vissa and a proper striker as well. My predictions still might be right. They still might finish fourth above Arsenal. Well, I'm not changing it yet. And if I do change it, then I hold my hands up because I've got it completely wrong and I've butchered it. But at the minute, I'm still saying City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal. And I say that because it's all looking good at the minute. We've won 2 in a row, scored 6, not conceded none. Man United, Leeds, yep. Man United's a tough game, no matter what, at Old Trafford. Leeds, I expected Arsenal to win at least 3-0. But I look at the bigger picture and I just don't trust this manager based on what he has done. This season, it could prove me completely wrong and start playing a plan B. And when we need to break a low block or things aren't working, right, 50 minutes into game, change, bang, whoa, Arsenal win 2-0. But I don't trust him. I do not trust this manager to take us over the line and slog out for 9 months. Because I just can't see Isaac going back to Newcastle now. No, they even made a T-shirt last night with that IKEA badge. Sorry, the IKEA logo. Obviously, the blue and yellow, and it said Isaac in it instead of IKEA. You rat. You are a rat. I think it was, and they were selling it. They were selling it outside ground, and of course, people are going to buy it. Fans have been burning his shirt and everything. Because I think media are just dragging Isaac out to deadline day to make it a big story on. Yeah, so everyone just basically tunes into Sky Sports News. They want it to be a one to remember where everyone's on it. Sean Johnson, nobody. Sean Johnson, no player on the planet specialises in left or right back. These are failed wingers that get pushed back. Can we stop this? Well, I've played football myself, and a left winger and a right winger, his first priority is to contribute and back the striker up and score goals, and then do a bit of defending. So that's where I'm on that. Robert Perez, Mark Overmars, fantastic wingers, fantastic Andrei Konchelskis. This is Ryan Giggs. It was football 500, 20 years ago. It'll be the same. It should be the same now. It's going to be the same in 50 years. A left winger and a right winger has to score goals for your team. Simple as that. Otherwise, you're saying, right, okay, you've got one striker and he has to score all the goals. And he needs to score at least 35 goals, probably 30 goals to win a Premier League. Nah, don't work like that. Haaland's come to the Premier League and done things like that. Does not work like that. A left winger and a right winger must contribute to the striker and help him and back him up. It's as simple. It's as simple as that. Chris Welsh, well deserved on 467 subs. One of the best channels out there. Honest fans too. Well, I don't know about that, Chris. I mean, I'm still learning. I've still got to connect this new webcam. I'm got my own little setup, which I work nights, people. So sometimes it's just like if you don't have much sleep, when you're off, you catch up on your sleep a little bit more. And YouTube is good to have. It's fantastic and a great community, but I work full time as well, 4 nights a week. So sometimes, like I said, I've not been on for 2 days, and it's it's a good hobby. It's a good hobby, but as for one of the best channels, I mean, there's miles more better channels than me. I mean, the people know what they're doing more, So, but yeah, thank you very much for that, Chris. Big up to you, my guy. Yeah, I am working towards 500 now. Where am I? Chris Welsh, Eddie Howe was with Bournemouth from League Two, Premier League, kept them up in League Two in first season to look what he's done at Bournemouth and Newcastle. Absolutely. But all these Arteta obsessed fans will tell you Eddie Howe's not even in Arteta's league. I mean, do you even know football? Because that's when I just hear things like that, I'm thinking you're an embarrassment to even talk about football. Eddie Howe is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. And you're going to inform me that the usual top mutants have got carried away after beating a poor Leeds team. Yeah, that's I'm getting people telling me at work, even a Newcastle fan, which I like him, and he's even said it before. But I'll tell you what he said in a minute. But he did say to me, it's Arsenal win league. Arsenal win league this season, mate. I says no. I says no, we won't. But before that, last season, he said if Arteta can't win a league with what he spent and signs a striker, obviously now we've got one, he is going to go down as a laughing stock at Arsenal in Arsenal's history. And that's a Newcastle fan told me that. I've got a Man United fan. We had a conversation last night, uh, and he didn't just say, "Yeah, Arsenal win it," because they know what happens with Arsenal. They drop off and they start to capitulate. And I said to him, if we didn't have Gabriel and Saliba, Man United would have found a way and beat Arsenal. And he said, "Oh yeah, 100%. We would have beat you. We wouldn't have drawn. We would have beat you." He says it's just because you've got those two, and this is what my worry is as well. It's going to be a shame because this situation with William Saliba, he's looked at players. He's looked at He's for God's sake, people. He's looked at his mate signing a new deal, Gabriel. Ethan Manier is signed, but let's just say Gabriel, his defensive partner. On the day, those two are the best centre backs in world football. I don't care what anyone says. On the day, they're just unstoppable. Can't get by them. They're like a brick wall. They are unreal together. The way they drop off, one will intercept, one will drop off. If ball goes across, say for example, Saliba, Gabriel's going to be there to cover him. The way they talk, communicate, they're just unreal together on the day. But why has Saliba not signed a contract yet? Because I think he's waiting now and giving it 6 months and seeing where Arsenal are. And if we're at the title race, which I said still think we might be. In fact, I'm still going to say it. We'll be at the title race by October because I think we're going to lose Sunday to Liverpool. I think Man City will beat us, even though I have. In fact, no, I'm going all over. I don't want to contradict myself. We've beat United. I said we'd lose to United. We beat Leeds. I did say we beat Leeds. Um, we'll lose to Liverpool. Obviously, we haven't played that yet. Forest will beat them. I did say we'll draw to Man City. I, I don't know. I don't know. And Newcastle away. I mean, it's hard when it happens because, like what I said, my prediction's probably wrong. I've probably got it wrong. We probably won't be at now as it looks. We probably won't be at the title race by October. But I'm still saying we're not going to win the league. We're not. Because I think big problems will happen. And just going on that Saliba thing, I mean, he's seen his best mate sign a contract. Why has he not signed a contract? That's what makes me think because he knows Real Madrid want him. And Florentino Perez, the president, is a big fan of him. So it's going to be a shame because Saliba's my favourite player. Like I've said it a million times. I watched him when he went straight back to Saint Etienne on loan. Then he went to Nice and then he finished up at Marseille. And I said before, the only time I've seen Saliba miss a game for Marseille that season when they got battered by Strasbourg 4-0. And I think he was suspended or injured, I'm not sure. But that was the only time I seen him miss a game. So it's going to be a shame because now you're going to get 100 million for Saliba right now because his contract ends in 2027. As soon as it touches January, that 100's going down to 60. And then once it touches 2020, when it touches next summer, there's 1 year left on his contract. Real Madrid are like, perfect. Probably get William Saliba now if we put a bid in for 50 million. And this is what bugs me because as much as I'm a massive fan of Saliba, he's my favourite player. If somebody offered 90 million for him now, I would sell Saliba. And this is coming from someone who, since he's played for Arsenal, is my favourite player. The moment I seen him play that full season on loan with Marseille, I thought he's incredible. He's absolutely class. I think that season I seen ball where he just let it run past him and he misjudged it once. And I think when he jumped up, he let ball go over his head. And I think that was the only two mistakes I seen that season. But now, right now, I would sell him. I would sell him for 90 million. 80, I'm like, but I would. So that makes me think that could be a problem. What's happening with this Saliba contract? Um, I hope it'd be amazing if he signs. Of course it would. Lars Juwara, team is looking serious now. Lars, good to see you in the chat. New to the chat, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does look full of powerhouses, but they've got to start winning, Lars. There's no excuses now. I mean, people just look at this. Look at this. This is what I've seen today. People might have seen this, but just look at this. And this is not bullshit, people. This is facts. Arsenal's net spend since 2021, if Hincapie joins, I'd love to know how to pronounce his name properly. Hincapie joins, it's 730 million plus trophies won in that time, which you see it yourself with your eyes. A Community Shield. That, people, cannot continue, let me tell you. That has to stop. That is not good enough. When you look at more things like that, it's a massive embarrassment. That is just not acceptable. Right, I'm going to go through these chats because, like I said, I don't like to miss any. So, yeah, Lars, the team is looking full of powerhouses, but the excuses are stopped now, my guy. It's time to win. It's simple as that. Waffle Dom, big up Rich, big up Waffle, my guy. Hope you're well. Please go and subscribe to Waffle, people, if you already haven't. Sheldon Johnson, I'm not one of them, but should we remain negative despite a positive start? The thing is, Sheldon, and I just want to say this again, this is where people get a lot of things wrong. Like all these Tom Canton, Harry Simeon, Adam Keys, Roy Talks BS, this Money Penny, that little wet wipe who went live on TV. They never look at the bigger picture. They always look at the pretty picture. Oh, we've signed Eze. Oh, Mikel Arteta's done it again. They never look at a bigger picture. And in football, you have to look at the bigger picture, the smaller picture, and the bigger picture. And obviously, the small pretty picture is Eze signed. We're all buzzing. We're all happy. The bigger picture is what are we going to do if Victor Gyökeres gets injured? What are we going to do if our if our left winger, whoever it is not scoring goals? Then what we're going to do if Gyökeres gets an injury? And it's all ifs and buts in football, but whether people like it or not, and don't be listening to people when they say you can't say this, but that's just ifs and buts. Well, ifs and buts are part of what the football is. It's part of life. It's part of life. Always expect the unexpected in every situation, the bad, the good, the sad, the happy, in anything in life. You might receive a text now and think, wow, and it just wrecks your day, or you might get a text and think, wow, been offered a new job or something, or you just have to always expect the unexpected. And I am saying right now, and it's happened a lot with Arsenal, if Victor Gyökeres gets injured, who is going to be the striker right now? And people say, well, Kai Havertz will be back in, maybe a month or so. If we have no striker for three games even, and Gyökeres gets injured, and we have no striker for let's say for 3 games, we could lose all those 3 games. Because last season we proved we couldn't break teams down, and now we've got Gyökeres, we've got a miles better chance. That goal against Leeds on Saturday, where he brings that ball down, runs it to the left, comes in, cuts inside. I mean, we haven't seen that at this football club, people, since the Van Persie, probably Aubameyang, the latest one. I mean, we hadn't seen that. And again, it's Mikel Arteta's fault because he has waited so long to sign a proper striker. So he does take massive accountability why we haven't won the league. But you have to look at the bigger picture. Eze has to start the number 10. Why does Arteta somehow think, well, I tell you what, I'll do it because I want to, because it's his personal benefit. I'm going to somehow make Eze play left wing. No. Make sure Eze is Arsenal's number 10. Excuse me. And if he's better than Martin Odegaard, tough shit. Tough shit. And if people don't like it, all these obsessed fans, or Arteta and back everything he does, says and wants, then I'm sorry, but I said this on a tweet earlier on. You are not an Arsenal fan. You're obsessed with one man individually, like Tom Canton. He's obsessed with him. Hello, what's that? Arteta? Yeah, yeah. He's the best? Oh, right. He's obsessed with him. Rory talks BS. He's obsessed. He's got a poster behind him. It's pathetic. Some of these people we've attracted to follow our club, not fans, followers, and they leech us. Sheldon Johnson and right, I've seen that one. Sheldon Johnson at Rich 99. I was talking about the getting a specialised left back argument. Oh right, well I don't know. Sometimes Sheldon, I didn't know. You sometimes it's hard to know what people mean if they don't mention it. Sheldon Johnson, don't be negative, but be realistic. We fluked a win against piss poor United. We did. Absolutely, we did. United and beat a poor Leeds, and first 30 minutes we were poor in that match too until Odegaard went off. Absolutely bang on. And then Gooner, sorry, perfectly commented that one because we were. I was looking at it, first 30, 20 minutes, I thought, here we go. Boring, boring. Shit, just same intensity. Oh, a little glimpse of it, then it stops. So yeah, I look at the bigger picture, and if like I said, if we keep starting like that, teams like Man City and Liverpool will be 2-0 up against us because Gabriel and Saliba will have a bad game together. They will turn up and just not be on it a couple of games in the season. And they're going to Leeds losing 3-0 on pens to Sheffield Wed. Wow. Farker will probably be out of job if Leeds lose their next game. Farker will be gone. Because Leeds, everyone's spending people, by the way. Leeds have spent on Okvar, obviously from AC Milan. He used to play for Salzburg as well. So yeah, everybody's spending. Forest has spent about, I think, about 90 million again or something like that. And they're going to Chef Wednesday just knock Leeds out of the Carabao Cup. Wow. And then Guna, Leeds are crap. Yeah, he's going to be out of job. Farker, they're going to sack him. But if he loses next game, Leeds will pull plug on Farker. Lars Jawara, we will definitely not lose to Liverpool. Lars, I like your optimism, but I don't know if you're going to be right. I just don't. I think we are losing to Liverpool. Sheldon Johnson, Leeds, I always see them lagging. I mean, Leeds, I personally see them as a Premiership team. Obviously, the old days with Mark Viduka, Jimmy Floyd Asbank, Rocky Roadcastle, what a footballer. I didn't get to see much at my club. I mean, you know, there were loads. Harry Cure, Ian Hart, David Weatherall, Lucas Radibi, Nigel Martin, Chapman, obviously Chapman, sorry, Alex Smith, Mark Rodney Wallace. They had some fantastic footballers over years. So Leeds will get it right. They've got the owned partly by the 49ers, Americans. So they will pull the plug and sack Farker if he loses the next Premier League game after going out to Sheffield Wednesday as well, especially with being local. And then going at Lazio, perfect time to be playing Liverpool so early in the season. Yeah, get it out of the way, get it out of the way, and bring Man City and get the Man City out of the way and the Newcastle. And then going at Sheldon Johnson leads 3 pens were all saved. Wow. Chris Welsh, I don't see Arsenal winning at Anfield against us due to Arteta settling for a point. You need to win to put statement out there. You need to hurt us. Absolutely, Chris Walsh. Sean Johnson, I say sell Saliba, get 80 million, call it a day. Sheldon, I mean, I know I've just been mentioning it, and I do mean that as well. Saliba is my favourite player, but 80 million, it almost feels like a piss take at 80 million. I would definitely want 100 million, but I would accept if someone offered 90 million tomorrow for Saliba, knowing that he's not going to sign a contract, I would take it. I know 80 million is only 10 million, less, but just 80 million seems like we're just giving him away. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I would if but 80 million. I mean, 80 million's mm, even the thought of selling Saliba just bugs me. It bugs me. I'm a huge fan, people. He's absolutely class. He's ice cold. He just does all the talking on the pitch. Ending doing a spot on at Chris Welsh. If Odegaard starts, then I know Arteta is playing for a point. Yeah, if Odegaard starts, people, you know, Gravenberch and that will just grab him, but they'll bully him. They'll bully him. McAllister will take him. And they're going to Sean Johnson, Saliba will leave next summer should Arsenal fail to win the Yeah, this is it. And they're going to Saliba's holding it out now to see what Arsenal are doing. You can tell he is. Sean Johnson, Rich, 99 Arsenal. That's 2 Community Shields and FA Cup and about half a dozen Emirates Trophy. I don't think Kroenke knows these are useless yet. It's when you see things like that, you can't even say that's not true, and it's embarrassing, man. It is embarrassing to see things like that. So, no, so I'm really concerned now. You know these mutant content now at Rich Night Arsenal. Roy talk bollocks background. What are we doing watching these class? Of course I've seen them. You know, even before I started my YouTube channel, Sheldon, which was on January the 17th this year, I used to watch Tom Canton, the morning transfer show. I used to watch a little bit of Rory Talks BS. I think once when I watched the Tom Canton show, I think Rory came onto that, and I thought, who's this young lad? You know, the way you were talking, like you weren't even mentioning anything about Arsenal's history, etc. So I came across him then. Harry, the same again. I came across that. Adam Keys, I came across him on Twitter. So yeah, of course I've seen a few things. Yeah, 100%. But I don't watch them. I don't watch. I work full-time nights. I don't get. I struggle to watch any TV or or other people's. I do watch other people's channels. I drop in and watch a bit of them, but I just don't. I can't really just sit there and watch them because I'm on nights. I do like the roundabout. I do like that. I watch Shane Gooner, DJB, Jez Arsenal. I watch when I can. But even like my time, I have to jump on live when I can. But yeah, of course, Sheldon, I do see some of these clips, and they're all over Twitter. I've just seen tonight with Shane Gooner, same as me. He has me as well. That money penny, that little wet wipe, what had to have other people from other fans answer his questions about Arsenal, which were simplest questions. I seen Shane saying, "Oh, I've been blocked by him." I have as well. Money penny blocked me months ago. What a twat he is. What an absolute dickhead he is. He was slagging Gyökeres off as well after the Manchester United game with some other idiot. Um, Ryan, I am Arteta out, but I feel like we have to win. And Ryan, big up to you, my guy. New to the chat, I think. I am Arteta out, but I feel like we have to win, and we will win some trophy this year. The Kroenke spend about every 5 years. This is the year, but I don't mind if Inzaghi or a winning manager. Ryan, good to see you in the chat, my guy. If you could please smash up the likes and subscribe. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, this is it now. I think this is the stage, people. Like I've been saying, where people are now all Arteta. Some fans are literally obsessed with this guy. They just obsessed with anything Mikel Arteta does, says and wants. It doesn't matter what he does. Even if, like I said, even if he says the snow is falling and it's all light blue and not white, his fans will say, "Really? What? We've got light blue snow and it's not even white no more." Mikel Arteta, yes, 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 yes. They'll believe him. They will just literally big up everything he does, says and wants. Then you've got fans what are like 80 Arteta in, 20% out. Then you've got the 50-50s where they're like, nah, I'm still going to back him. Then he'll do something like he'll lie on TV like he did against PSG with a post-match interview, etc. That female reporter, or he'll just do something like in a game where he'll put Havertz in midfield when you just think why. Then they're like, I can't back him. I can't back him. And then next minute he'll win 3 or 4 at bounce, and then they're like, right, I'm going to give him a bit more time. Or you've got people where are just like, this is the final season. They've like probably gave it the self a target and says, right, I'm going to back Mikel Arteta for 3 seasons. You know what I mean? And like now they're saying it's now. If he does not win the Premier League or the Champions League, he has to go. And other like Ryan, he would quite happily have Inzaghi as a manager. If we signed, if they sacked Mikel Arteta, obviously not going to now. If Arsenal signed, sorry, sacked Mikel Arteta tomorrow, and Inzaghi took over, Ryan wouldn't be bothered. So there's different like kind of thoughts now with fans. Me, I'm Arteta out. I just do not like the guy. He will not get us over the line. He just does not play a plan B. I would love it if he proved me wrong this season, but I'm very confident he won't. Um, and it's a shame because the players now, what's coming through the door, there's some real quality people. There's some real good. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you this. Which obviously it's not new to you, but it's just good to see, knowing that with let me just right, like hopefully it shows up. I think it'll show. I mean, just look at this. This is let you just watch this. This is like please tell me in the chat as well if you can see it actually moving. But look, this is Eze. I mean, look how buzzing he is, people, to be at this football club. He's absolutely on cloud nine. But I noticed Mikel Arteta has been trying to take all the credit, like he did with Gyökeres. He says apparently it was phone call to get Gyökeres. Oh, here we go, win the dog. Any male or female signs for Arsenal, you have to see him. See him, sorry. Which I love dogs, people. That's dogs are the best. Josh Kroenke. Look, he seems to be in London a hell of a lot just lately. He was in London through January, but just look at it is absolutely buzzing. I'll just let it play again as well. He's absolutely buzzing. He's on cloud nine. It's good job we made this happen. And if he went to Tottenham, I mean, it really is good that they got him, and I am absolutely buzzing. But again, it just goes back to what will Mikel Arteta do with him? What can you imagine if he plays him left wing and he don't score like in 10 games, and all the fans are like, Mikel, play him in that number 10. Why are you not playing him? Why are you not playing him in his best position? And this is where it goes back to Mikel Arteta. He seems to do things to like benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. Why change something? Why try and fix something? What's not broke, the old saying goes. Why? Play this guy as a number 10. He could be the orchestra of the midfield. He will pick that ball up. He'll get the ball from Declan Rice and he'll drive. His intensity is going to be there. He's going to be fast at moving the ball out his feet. He'll charge. He can drop a shoulder, left, right. He's absolutely levels above Martin Odegaard. He's got the control of what Martin Odegaard has sometimes, but we're faster. He's a lot faster. He's more forward thinking. He's got to be Arsenal's number 10. I'll just do it one more time. I'll let it play one more time. He has to be Arsenal's. What do people think in chat? Does he have to be Arsenal's new? I'd F Martin Odegaard. And for the captaincy, give it Declan Rice. I'm sorry, people, but there's no room now for carrying players, experimenting things. If they're not performing, you've got to get out. It's simple as that, or get on that bench. And this is why Eze has to be the number 10 of Arsenal. Forget Martin Odegaard, people. He didn't play good. He was shocking last season. As our first team player, he was the worst player in Arsenal's first team last season. And he is the weakest captain I have seen in football, to be honest. So it's time now. It is time now this guy takes his place. Because already it started same this season against Man United. I thought, right, I'm going to count his misplaced passes. And I counted five misplaced passes from Martin Odegaard from when I started my count, and I probably missed about four. He's not good enough, people. Eze will pick that ball up. He's forward thinking. He's got good intelligence as a footballer in whole. He's got very, very, very good control. It's very close to his feet all the time. He can drop to his left, drop to his right. His body position's good. He's got power in his runs, and he scores freaking goals. and he will want to score goals, and he will thrive, and I mean, absolutely be buzzing to be that man, that orchestra, that the one who brings that creative spark in Arsenal's midfield. Get him as our number 10, and if it means Martin Odegaard on the bench, tough, and bring Declan Rice sorry, and give Declan Rice the captaincy of Arsenal Football Club because he deserves it. Rice deserves to be Arsenal's captain. We now need a leader, a winner, someone who's going to implement fear, inspire players. He needs to be the captain. Martin Odegaard don't do that, and all this well they all voted him. That's probably just covering up for him. That's probably covering up for him because what Tony Adams says is right. Because that's when I look at a captain, I like to see a Tony Adams, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, John Terry, Stephen Jett, someone who's going to shout, inspire you. If you don't turn up at half time, they're going to batter you. They're going to lay into you. That's what I want, someone who's vocally loud and you can hear him and gets you think, I'm struggling, but my captain is really turning up. So I've played it about 5 times now, people. So the other, I'll go through other news now as well. Right, let me go through the other ones. So as you know, you're probably going to see these things. So I don't know what that one is. Well, there's this one as well. If you want to see this a bit more of the Eze. Like I said, people, this guy is absolutely on cloud 9. This is 30 seconds, so I'll let it run maybe 2 or 3 times just so people can see it. Because some people don't see these things. Now I'm not sure who that guy is with the blue shirt with a bald head. That might be one of his agents. I don't know, or it could be the Jason Ato replace. I can't remember, or some. I'm not sure. I didn't see Richard Garlick there though, the managing director. I didn't see him. I don't know where he is on that. There's Berta. Just imagine how happy he's feeling, people. Just imagine. He's really, really, really happy. You can see it and all, and he means this, and he means it. So I don't know who that guy is with. Oh, he's there. Richard Garlick. Do apologise, Richard Garlick with the like grey kind of charcoal t-shirt on end. I would say it would have to be there. Managing director Richard Garlick. It would be there. So I'll just let it play one more time for people to see, because, like I say, this is not bad to see things like that. He's here. He's signed for Arsenal, and he's absolutely on cloud 9. Um, him and Gyökeres. And when you think how many players we've signed, you think, yeah, at least 5 of them. But there's only him and Gyökeres who I look at and think, wow, that they're statement signings to me, and I'm really happy. Zubamendi, that were always going to happen. Actually, in the end, we got it over the line. But what do we think about Josh Kroenke as well? Because he seems to be hanging around London a lot. Now, he was at Old Trafford. He was in London in January a lot. I mean, nothing happened because we didn't sign anybody. He once it's played this time, I'll get off as well, people. He was in. Obviously, he's been. Excuse me. He was at Old Trafford, so he was still there then. And you think, well, he's Arsenal's owner. He's going to want to be there for the first game of the season at home. So he is. He is. Even though I don't like him, because I don't think he understands what it actually takes to win a Premier League. He is getting more involved, and he's in London a lot now. Obviously, he's a billionaire, so he can have he's probably got an ivory house. I don't know. So I'll just go through the other things like what I find today, and then I will get back to the people's comments, because, like I said, I try not to miss anyone's comments. What people have put, and obviously I'm not getting as much as other people's channels, so I can look through them. So we've got that. So this is obviously the other one. Why is that? I don't know if that. So this is what we're looking at now. So AFC stuff. Arsenal are progressing in negotiations with Bayer Leverkusen regarding Piero. I'd love to know if you're pronouncing his name. Piero Incapi. Incapi. Hincapi. I don't know how they pronounce it. And a resolution is expected in the coming hours. Wow, the player is fully determined to join Arsenal. I mean, I'm not. I am actually happy because I have seen him a few times at Bayer Leverkusen, and he is a powerhouse. He's a steam train. He's a good footballer. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know if it makes me think. Right, that's our window should be completed because I still think we need one more attacking player, man. Um, which one is this? Is the one I wanted to find. I don't know why it's right. So this one, last bit of news. Um, Daily FC, Porto are waiting for Arsenal to decide on the proposal worth 26 million for Jakub Kivior. 26 million. Let's say 22. I think that's ideally. I think we could have got about 35 million for him because he turned out quite well back end of the season. A few games played really good against Real Madrid. Dakinwar, the defender, was never going to travel tonight, and the green light could depend on talks over Piro Inkby. I mean, if you're selling him and getting, say, let's say 22 million and getting that Piero Incapi, and let's say we can get Incapi for 45 million. Let's say we can get Incapi for 45 million. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But again, even it just seems like even he played brilliant against Real Madrid. He was good against Brentford, I think it was good against Everton. You thought normally players' valuation goes up. You play 10 good, say five to 10 good games, your valuation goes up. You don't play well for 5 to 10 games, your valuation goes down. I honestly thought we could have got about 35 million for this guy. I really did, but it doesn't look the case. So if someone's offering and say that's 22, 25 million for Kivior in all, then yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking it, especially if we're getting a better defender, which I do think Nketiah is a better defender. Right, going back to the comments, people. Let me just read these. Do apologise. Seen that one. Sheldon Johnson, I ain't seen Tom Canton's show about 2 years since he told me to get really? Sheldon, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. What a twat he is. Stuck up little smug prick. Right, and what I was trying to say, win with the Cronkies, spend I'm American. Oh, I mean, this is fantastic. People to have American people in my chat, especially American, because I just love this place. I love the place, sorry, and I would love to go to America one day. I've been wanting to go for 11 years. I just love it. Texas, I mean, Colorado, wow. What I was trying to say with the Cronkies spend, I'm American and I watch their teams in America. They do good for 1 year, then our average. Nuggets are pretty good every year. Just subscribe. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. Big up my guy. America, I mean, says it all. What a place. What a place. Um, yeah, and this is the thing. Like now they might be looking as well. We're ready to expand the Emirates. And then that's so they the way the Cronkies think, they might be like, right, this is your last window. We're going all out. We're doing as best we can, even though I still think they could have. I know we can't keep giving Mikel Arteta more money, but we still have not fully completed the window, and that's Mikel Arteta's fault because he decides who he wants in his squad and what the positions are. So I think as well that Cronkies are like, this is your last window. There's what you've got. We've bought players for the future in a way. We've got your striker. You've got Eze. Now we want to expand the Emirates because we need money back. And they will. If they expand it to say 75, 80,000, they're going to fill it. It's simple as that. And that will put so much more money in the Cronkies' pocket. But then that's where it comes in to make us suffer. We will have to probably go without signing players for 2 seasons, 2 windows, etc. So Hopefully it doesn't work. That doesn't happen. But you can always see a negative right corner with Arsenal. It always is the case. And I'm going to read these comments out, and I'll just say like an example. Um, Ryan, thank you very much, my guy. Much appreciated. Ryan, if I was manager, I would play a five back. It would work for this team. I mean, yeah, he has to start changing it, Ryan. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, if we're not can't break a team down, suffocate them. Get the left back, right back. Just hovering, just absolutely suffocate teams. But Mikel Arteta, it seems like it's a 4-3-3, and if it doesn't work, it's staying as a 4-3-3. And I'm sorry, people, but anyone who thinks that's an elite top manager, then I think you must be obsessed with this guy. I just do. Poya, best team in Prem. Poya, Havertz and Trossard. Ranieri, all could be number 10 too. Ranieri could be. Trossard, maybe. Um, big up, Poya. Please smash the likes and subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 500. Trying to get there before deadline day on Monday. I know it's a big ask. But I'm trying to get there before Monday, deadline day. Sean Johnson, I think Odegaard will grow in the season, but he does slow the game down. Oh, Sheldon, I would love to see Odegaard play like he was 2 seasons ago, but like I said, this season we can't really be experimenting and trialing players and think, oh, let's just wait. So I don't know. Let's just see on that one. Sean Johnson, we have to get Eze in the team regardless. He plays off the left, but not as a touchline winger. Yeah, this is it. This is my only concern. Like if he does play as a left winger and he's just not showing enough and he's not getting the freedom just to run at defenders, then you will have to say, yeah, it is a Mikel Arteta problem, people. It is Arteta. So let's just see on that one. Let's just see. And then Gune, Sean Johnson, I refuse to watch anything from twats like Content, Zippy Moel, Egal FTV, etc. Don't give them the oxygen of publicity for their job. Yeah, and then you bang on, man. It's hard though. It really is hard to ignore that. You think, why should they be allowed 20,000 followers on Twitter? 20 or 40 plus thousand subscribers. Why? Why should they get that? Why should they get the interviews at Emirates? Why should Harry commentate at Arsenal? Because they bullshitted all the way through. And this is why there's that many vulnerable Arsenal fans what believe anything, those kind of people say. And it's a shame because they have brainwashed you. It's as simple as that. They've brainwashed you. I mean, again, look at this. People. It's just look at him. He's got to be Arsenal's number 10, man. He's got to be Arsenal's number 10. He's class. I'm really happy. He's landed back at the Emirates. He's got to be Arsenal's number 10. He has. Don't ruin him. Do not ruin him, Arteta. Which, well, I mean, you can see it. You can see it happening. So, you know, with this Saka thing, how bad is this? What do people think with Saka out for a month? Because I've said I predicted 6 week, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but we hamstrings, etc. Even a little slight twinge can be about 3 week. Um, oh, Todd, I've seen that one from Nguna. Todd Birch, good evening, Todd. Hope you're well, my guy. Good to see you. So I've said from when we learned about the hamstring, I said Saka will be out for. I just said a rough guess 6 week. I still say 6 week. They're saying about a month now, but I'm just predicting 6 week. But how big of a loss is this? Do you think? Like, because personally, I think, as I always say, these two people who I would put confidence in, just only two at the moment, scoring goals for Arsenal, and that is Gyökeres and Saka. Now Saka's out; he's injured, so I'm thinking now already the pressure is straight on Gyökeres to score goals, which he'll love that. He'll thrive off it. You can see it. You can see he's not phased. He bulldozes his way through. He's cocky. He's got the arrogance about him, which it's about time we had at this club. Like with that ace, when he touched his ear, because apparently people were saying against Man United he spent more time touching his ear, so he were like that. And they asked him post-match on Sky Sports, and he kind of says, "Yeah," because people mentioned about my ear. Um, but the way he just smashed that penalty net as well, it were like that's an intent. That's like, "F you, fuck you, man, fuck you." Like he just drilled it home, leathered it, smashed it like a. This is who I'm about. I'm Victor Gyökeres. I'm Arsenal's new striker, and I ain't fucking about. And I'm just going to put the ball in the net for fun. Anything in the box, or anytime I get a sniff at goal, I'm putting the ball in there, and that's what I love. And we've missed that at this club. We've missed it. We haven't had it for 3 seasons. So Saka getting injured, the pressure is on Gyökeres. We're going to have to hope Gyökeres keeps scoring, because the next one who scores goals for Arsenal is obviously Saka. And then after that, just from last season, you would say Ethan Wanyeri. He scores goals. He scored 9 last season. Havertz is injured. We know that. And I mean, I don't have confidence in Havertz scoring people. It puts a it turns out with a good finish maybe every 8 games or whatever. I don't have confidence in Carver scoring. And then I look back and I think, the days where Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry were playing, and we just couldn't get that ball in net. We just couldn't find a way to unlock them. You have them games no matter who's on the pitch. Sometimes you just can't score. It bar twice, it gets cleared off at line. Offside goal, VAR, or obviously VAR now in our days, and you have them games, but I would still be confident thinking Slovan Wiltord's on that bench. He will probably come on and just add that little Ian Wright-esque, just that little foxy box, different type of striker, and he'll win us that game. Or Magic Feet is on the bench. Carnu, he'll probably do something. Who knew? Take the ball down the byline in a very, very tight angle and bend it in top corner like he did against Chelsea. So I don't see that still at this club. If Victor Gyökeres gets injured as our striker, I don't see Kai Havertz scoring goals. I don't trust Trossard. I don't trust Martinelli. I don't trust Jesus. I just trust Saka. And then after that, which he's not going to be playing, we know that in the first team, Ethan Wanyeri. Or will Ethan Wanyeri be playing as number 10 if Odegaard don't play against Liverpool? I don't know. But I shouldn't be thinking that. I should be like, yeah, we've got another backup as a striker. We have, like, if Salah's not scoring, Liverpool fans now are going to put confidence. I know it's early doors, of course it is, but what they've seen already, Liverpool's going to say, well, Ekitike can carry that pressure. He's scoring goals already. He is scoring goals, and the good goals. So already they can say that. But with Liverpool, with Arsenal, I'm afraid I can't say it, because the other goal threat, who is Saka, he's out. He's injured. So this is why I keep saying we need another front goal scoring strike. We need a striker. We need another striker, because Kai Havertz obviously is your backup striker, but he's not a striker to me. He's not a 10. He's not a 9. He's not even a left winger, right winger. He's not a. He's just a, at times decent footballer and a bit of an aerial threat. And even then, he sometimes has to have 4 headers before he can put the ball in net. So I just think we will run into a huge problem, and it's all ifs and buts, but you have to take that in consideration always. And I hope this don't happen. I hope I'm absolutely massively wrong. And I hope Victor Gyökeres stays injury free all season. But if he gets injured and Havertz is still out, which it would have to be him, even though we don't want it to be him, Saka's still out, we're going to be in shit street, people. We're going to be scraping around thinking, oh, can we put Martinelli up there? Can we put Trossard up there? Jesus is still not back. I mean, and this is where my argument always comes in. It's all right getting all these players, these signed players, in numbers, which is crazy to see that we're going to potentially sign in 8 players. I said we have to sign 6 players at least, and we've gone past that, and we could obviously go to 8. But all it takes, like Jenga, just that one little nudge, and it could all capitulate. It could all come crashing down. Because if Victor Gyökeres gets injured, Saka's still out, then already you're thinking, right, we're not scoring from left wing, and who the hell are we going to play as our striker? because Jesus is still not match fit. So I always look at bigger picture people. People might say, well, that's just pathetic. It's ifs and buts, but I don't care because I've got shitloads of things right about my football club over the last few years and proven by writing it, obviously, and posting it on Twitter. Some things I've got wrong, but I'll always hold my hands up to that. But I look at the bigger picture and I think Arsenal, I've not had no striker for 3 seasons. Now we've got one. But Kai Havertz, I think Kai Havertz will not play for Arsenal. I'm saying October. I don't think he'll play for Arsenal until October. Saka's out now, so we've lost firepower already up top. So why can't we go and loan one? Why can't we finish this window? Which ideally I would want a proper left back, but obviously Nkp looks like he's Nkp. You know, it looks like he's going to be playing the centre back slash left back. Looks like ARTETA just doesn't want a complete left back. Um, and a left winger, I would definitely want, but it looks like Eze is going to be left wing for Arsenal. That's where I think it's going to be. That's what's going to happen. And then just finish the window on a backup striker, but get him on loan. Ivan Toney, I would be putting trust in it. I would be putting trust on Ivan Toney to come off the bench and add a different dimension and scoring a goal. Jamie Vardy, even on a free people, I would have more confidence, and I don't care what people say, people might agree in chat I would have more confidence Jamie Vardy leading the line if Gyökeres got injured than Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, Kai Havertz. Obviously, Kai Havertz is still injured anyway. If Gyökeres get injured, I would have more confidence Jamie Vardy putting the ball in the net because he knows how to do it. It's proven. He's gone down as one of the best strikers the Premier League's seen, and he's obviously lost a couple of yards, but he's still rapid. Godfrey, maybe Dogbick from Roma. Yeah, used to play for Girona. Godfrey, good striker. I rated him at Girona, and apparently Newcastle's been offered him. I don't know if that's true. Maybe Dogbick from Roma, Villarreal approached there, and with loan plus obligation, we can easily hijack that. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Godfrey's probably, we do need a striker, people. We need a backup striker, or we could literally fold in games. We could capitulate very quickly. Like I said, if Saka's still injured, Kai Havertz is still out, Jesus is not ready, and Victor Gyökeres gets injured, what are we going to do? Because it's to me, it's clear as day. It's like saying something where you think, oh, of course that can happen, of course. And if he gets injured, who are we going to play as Arsenal striker? Because for 3 seasons, I've been telling people we won't win league, even when we're 8 points clear. Obviously, Man City was behind us. I was telling people, no, we're not winning league. Yeah, of course you will, Rich. You're just playing it down. League's yours, bro. You're 8 points clear. I says, we won't win the league because we do not have a striker at this football club. And there will be games where we'll struggle and we just will not be able to find that extra bit of magic, that extra spark to get over the line and claw a draw out even or take 3 points. We will lose games because we can't win some games because we've got no striker. I was correct. I wanted to be wrong. I was correct because we've not had a striker for 3 seasons. Now we've got one, but we all know, like something, I think it's like cartridge or something with knee keel surgery. I've had a meniscus tear and for, I couldn't walk properly for about 8 weeks with a meniscus tear. I know they've got the best physios, etc. Of course, they have. We know this, but I couldn't walk properly with it for about 8 weeks. I was on my crutches, and when I first did it with my knee injury, and I had it, and it built up for a long time. I had a meniscus tear, and I thought, right, someone told me, someone who's a bit more brains, a lot older than me, says, Rich, if you don't sort your knee out, by the time you're about 40, 45, you're going to struggle with that knee, and it's probably going to stop you walking properly. And I just thought, right, it's time to have it. And I had a meniscus tear, a keel surgery, day case, etc. Came home that night on a Thursday, walking Friday morning. I started doing like, look, right, I'll walk up my drive, walk to my neighbour's house 4 times there and back. Then next day, next door but one's house, blah, 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 blah. Kind of doing my own rehab. But I still could not walk properly for about 8 weeks. So I don't know. I don't know what Kai Havertz is going to do. I know obviously they've got better doctors, better physios than what I'd have, specialists, everything. But I'm just saying, Kai Havertz might be out for about, say, 6 week, 2 month. It could be, or it could be back in maybe 3 weeks. We just don't know. But knees need to be. Look at Jesus. He's had 3 injuries on his knees. I think it is with Arsenal, and he's never been able to play for us. We've never seen him put a string of games together. About 10 games, he's always been injured because knees are, and especially if we ACL. I mean, it's not ACL with Kai Havertz, but if that goes, then your season's done. And so this is what I'm saying. Just get a cover. Just get a striker on loan. Don't have to sign him. The team might want 6 million loan fee for 6 months. That people could literally make sure you're winning more football matches. A backup to Victor Gyökeres. He needs help. He needs help. This is his first season. He needs help. He needs to know he's got another striker on the bench what can come on and help. Because we don't trust Martinelli based on his third season in a row, which is now happening. Trossard we don't trust. And, like I said, Kai Havertz is still injured. And Victor and Jesus is still injured. Ryan Dahar, Alvarez, Atletico Madrid will be good. Ryan Dahar, mate, Ryan, absolutely. Balled out at Man City with fantastic Man City. You put him up front, he'd score goals. He would drift out to the left wing. He would score goals. You could trust Alvarez as a number 10, a left winger, a striker, proper striker. That's where I think Man City went wrong as well last season because they sold Alvarez and did not replace him. He's like 17 goals, I think it was, in that season. He is a fantastic footballer. He really is. And I think he scored again, way into double figures for Atletico Madrid in his first season, around about that 17 goals, I think it was. But I think Madrid paid around about 75, 78 for him from Man City. If you want him, we mentioned this in my chat of the day as well. Madrid will demand probably 90 million, nothing less, or maybe 80 million plus a player. Which I mean, I would think we could offer Trossard plus 70 million, or 80 million, but we will not spend that kind of money now for the rest of the window. Even if we sell, they'll want to make sure they've got the net spend's dropped. They will want to. Kroenkes will not want to think, oh well, we didn't really recoup anything. They'll want to try and make around about 60 million in sales somehow. I don't know, but yeah, Alvarez would be perfect round our. You would trust him as left winger. Imagine that Alvarez left wing, Victor Gyökeres as a striker, and Abrichieze as a number 10, and Saka, which obviously is injured at the moment, which is bad, on the right wing. I mean, then you look at Arsenal's attack and you think that is levels, and I mean levels above what we've seen in the last 3 seasons. Levels above. It's better now. It's better now with Victor Gyökeres. It is better, but it's still not good enough, people. It's still not. It's not. We're focused always on signing defenders and defenders and defenders. Mikel Arteta does not stop. And Miles Lewis-Skelly, I mean, you can forget his minutes now at Arsenal unless he gets transferred and starts playing midfield, and that'll be it. You won't see him playing left back. So MLS will be, and don't forget he's just been getting caps for England. If he feels like he's not getting game time and there's a World Cup coming up, he might just start having a word with his agent and saying, look, this is my football club. I love Arsenal Football Club, but I ain't getting game time. I'm not getting no game time. I'm playing 10-minute here and there for Premier League. Calafiore is playing left back, or in Capit, he's playing. If that happens, Miles Lewis-Skelly leaves Arsenal. It's as simple as that. He knows now how good he is. He's played for England. He's got the caps. He scored. He will leave Arsenal Football Club if he starts not even getting any minutes. He will not stand for that because he's too good. I like Shane Gunner, and I keep mentioning it. I wish we seen Miles Lewis-Skelly in centre midfield. I would love to see that, but I don't think they will. Sorry, I don't think Arteta will. So he will leave if he starts not looking. So if he starts thinking 10-minute next game, don't even come on. Game after that, 15-minute. If that carries on, say from now until say Christmas time, he will look to leave Arsenal. Miles Lewis-Skelly not stand for that. Why should he? He's a fantastic footballer. Ideally, I would love to see him in centre midfield. He can do a job at left back. He can, but That's another thing and all, like because Calafiore is not as I just don't think he's as good as Miles Lewis Skelly. I really don't. Calafiore is one of them where jumps in, he is rash, he's like he is an horse literally, and he might score a fantastic goal, but then you don't see him for 12 games or so. He's hopefully it could prove us wrong this season, and Calafiore could really, really improve. But Miles Lewis Skelly will be starting to think, wow, I'm not playing at the moment. Hincapi is coming as well, centre back slash left back. Yeah, maybe I need to start keeping an eye out what's going on here. Unless I get played in midfield, that's it. MLS will leave Arsenal. He will. He's not stand for being on bench for that long. No chance. Um, Godfrey Avert's time is done here. Did you see his facial expression when we played Leeds? Yeah, he had his head like just literally his chin on the railing, I think it was. Godfrey Alvarez will be perfect. Could even play him alongside Gyökeres. Absolutely, it would be. Godfrey Luckman for 50 million is a steal. Wonder what's going on. Yeah, Luckman looked like he went into Milan as well. Godfrey about I would say 3 weeks ago, but I think Atlanta do not want to sell him to Inter. Obviously, it's like the rivals. So again, Luckman's there. If you put a 40 million bid in for Luckman tomorrow, you're probably close to getting him. How does that not make us stronger? He would be perfect. It's all because there's one player who's in the way now at the moment, and it's Martin Odegaard, because Mikel Arteta does not want to buy a left winger because then it means he has to play Eze as the number 10 because he wants to play Eze as the left winger and keep Martin Odegaard in this team. Again, it's all what Mikel Arteta wants. He's not thinking, but he doesn't play as a left winger. He's brilliant as number 10. Why are you trying to interfere? Why are you trying to change? Eze could be fantastic at Arsenal's left winger, and and of course we all want that. Of course we all want to see Eze perform if he's a left winger or ideally number 10. But if he plays left wing and he performs at Arsenal, we would love that. It'd be fantastic to see. But why change it? Why change it? Just keep Eze as number 10. If Martin Odegaard's not balling out and he's not performing like he was Arsenal's worst first team player last season, then it's fucking tough. I don't give a shit what people say. Oh, well, you can't really take the captain. You can't really say this, can't say. We can say what we want. And the facts are, he's the weakest captain in football. He's not performing. Eze's turned up at Arsenal. He's thriving. He's on cloud nine. He deserves to be Arsenal's number 10. Simple as that. Declan Rice deserves to be Arsenal's captain. Khaled, big up Rich, big up Khaled, hope you're well, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Khaled, we're magic, aren't we? Early days, Khaled, early days, 2 games, Man United. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky, but like we've said, Gabriel Saliba did keep us in the game. And Leeds, I expect it. They've just been promoted. They're nowhere near in Arsenal's level. So the big test comes Sunday. If we fall and lose to Liverpool and we're boring, and let's say we lose 2-0, then it goes straight back and say the words will just be straight away like, nah, it's him. It's just not good enough. If we're boring Sunday and we lose 2-0, then fans will start looking at it and thinking he's just not going to get us over the line. He's just not good enough as a manager for Arsenal Football Club. Now, if we win 2-0 and we're really good, I will put. In fact, I'm not going to bet because I don't bet. I've been there and done that for 6 years solid. I'll never ever do it again. I stopped over a year ago. But I will guarantee you now, if Arsenal beat Liverpool Sunday, say 2-0, and we play brilliant, the bookies, the pundits, social media, everything will say Arsenal are favourites to win this Premier League. That's the pressure now Mikel Arteta's under. If he loses 3, they'll batter him, saying spent nearly 1 billion and you're still not even going to get that line. But if they turn up and beat Liverpool 2-0 and they play well, it's like, right, Arsenal's going to win league because there's pressure on this manager and he deserves it massively. He deserves huge pressure now. The days of, well, he can get away with this, get away with that. He can no. The tide is changing. He deserves massive, massive pressure. Rightly so. He's got to prove now he's worthy of earning 15 plus million a year, like what managers don't even get, what are winning titles in the first season with a club, trebles in the first season. The time is now. There's no more excuses left. But as I always show on every stream, and I say it, this is who I think Mikel Arteta is. Won't change. No plan B. Stubborn. Get out of this club. I'd sack Mikel Arteta tomorrow, and I'm not pissing around. I would sack Mikel Arteta tomorrow, and I really do mean that because a manager what's won things and proven would thrive off some of these players we've got at this football club. Declan Rice, Saka, Gyökeres. They'd even turn Martinelli into a proper left winger. Odegaard would probably be given the freedom. They would. Diego Simone, Simone, or even Simone, someone like Simone having Martinelli at his disposal, it would be brilliant. Martinelli would thrive off someone like Simone, Inzaghi, Enrique. They would. They would. Arteta's too safe, and he does not let players play with the freedom sometimes. Ryan Durr, didn't Skelly extend his contract, or am I wrong? Yeah, he has. He has Ryan Durr, but like I said, contracts now in football, he can extend it, say in the summer window. By January, he can turn around and say, "I want to leave. I want to leave." He did, Ryan. You're correct, my guy. He did extend his contract, but in football that means nothing. That's just like a security with what the club's got, where they can obviously put the value up more if the contract's got a longer length to it. But what I'm saying is, Calafiori's starting. Look, Miles Lewis-Skelly's on the bench already, and now this Piero Hincapié, he's coming in and he's a centre back / left back. So if Mikel Arteta is thinking, right, Hincapié is playing Arsenal's left back, then where the hell is Miles Lewis-Skelly going to play? Where is he going to play? Because now he can't get a team over Calafiori. So it's all about squad depth, but I'm just saying, I'm a huge fan of MLS, Miles Lewis-Skelly, and obviously even Wanyeri. But I just don't know what's happening here. I don't know if Arteta's, is thinking, yeah, let's play Miles in midfield. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to see that. Khaled, I expect to win at Anfield. I like your optimism, Khaled, and if that happens, of course we'll be buzzing. We'll be very happy. And if Arsenal, people have seen Arsenal win Premier League titles. I've seen us win doubles, invincible winners, Coca-Cola Cups, FA Cups. If we win the league this season, I will be absolutely buzzing my tits off. I'll be happy as anything. I will be so freaking happy. I used to be a person on FA Cup day. I would have flags outside my wall on my house. I would have shirts pinned up. I used to have people, and I am not bullshitting, people driving by, pipping the house, saying, "Come on, you Arsenal," and some of them weren't even Arsenal fans, but I was absolutely on it. I would have, like say, shirts, flags on the wall outside my house on FA Cup day. This manager's took everything away like that. We don't reach finals. Facts. No one can say any different. They are the facts. We do not play at Wembley no more. Facts. Again, no one can say any different. That's factually correct. And we do not win trophies anymore. Again, factually 100% correct. Those three things, what I've just said, nobody can say any different because that is the reality. No Wembley no more. No finals. No trophies. It has to change, people, because enough is enough. And I'll say it again. As soon as if it starts turning and capitulating and like, right, we've got no striker. Gyökeres is injured. Havertz is not back. Jesus is not fit. Saka's still out. Oh, well, let's Trossard, Martinelli, scraping around, thinking which one can we play as a backup striker? And we're back to square one. No striker for 3 seasons. Now we've got one of the best strikers in the world in Victor Gyökeres, which he is, and I am absolutely buzzing. And that goal against Leeds, his first goal, was like, that time we hadn't seen that at this football club since just even back to the Aubameyang days, then the Van Persie, cutting in, smashing it, like I'm here, I'm scoring goals, end of. But I worry because if he gets injured, we're fucked. Because you don't trust Martinelli, people. You don't trust Trossard to carry the can. Even on the wings, you don't trust him to score goals. I swear to you, we will win league this season. Enjoy it. Trust me, our name is on that trophy. Come, mate. Khaled, big up to you, my guy. And if you're right, we're all going to be happy, mate. But I'm telling you now, we're not going to win league. But I do like your optimism. I really, really do. Ryan, I would have spent money on Robertson from Fulham. Yep. Anton Robertson, Fulham not incomplete. Then 15 on a winger from Brazil. Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, Fofana would have been a fantastic shout from Leon. I think you can get him for about 40 million. Godfrey wanted Hansi Flick before he went to Barca. Yep. I mean, this is it, mate. Hansi Flick turns up at Barcelona, young squad, loads of injuries, got Cabrassi at centre back, a young 16, 17-year-old guy. Then he gets a massive injury, typical injuries, as always, to Frankie de Jong, who's always injured. Lewandowski picks injuries up, Balde picks injuries up. And Hansi Flick wins not one trophy, not two trophy, but three trophies in his first season as Barcelona manager and was close to winning the Champions League. So when people keep saying it has to take time, sometimes it does. It might click in 2 years, 3 years, but now 6 years, and this is worth looking. When I seen this, I'm thinking, although anyone who argues with that are lying to themselves because that's factually correct. Arsenal net spend since 2021. If Hincapi, I want to know how you pronounce his name. Hincapi joins 730 million plus trophies won in that time. Look, Community Shield. That's all, people. That is all. That has to change. That has to change. And so, I remember this from a long time ago. This is what someone said. Again, a knobhead on Twitter. What's stopping this team from winning everything, all these trophies? And this is actually the team. Obviously, now Miles Lewis Skelly is not featuring as left back, but this is what he said. This was about a month ago as well. That Guna Chris, the one who just got I mean, he posts things about. He's blocked me. He's blocked me. So is Moneypenny. But you do see some things come up. He's posts things like shows Arsenal's players' kids like in what they're wearing and stuff. He's a freaky. He's a weirdo. But he said, "What's stopping Arsenal winning everything this season?" Which again, childish, pathetic talk. Winning everything, grow you absolute wet wipe. As if they're going to win everything. No team does. And he said, obviously, so I look at that and I think Eze, wrong position. Martin Odegaard bench. Eze, Martin Odegaard's position. Rice, Zubamendi, yeah, okay. Victor Gyökeres, Saka, left wing. I need to see a Rafael Leao, a Lookman, a Fofana. I mean, Matoma. I just don't look at that team and look and think that looks like they can win the Premier League. I just don't. The only way I look at that and I think if Gyökeres turns up and does an Ireland and it's 30 Premier League goals, or which more than likely they will, Gabriel and Saliba, providing they stay fit, are in that back line nearly all season, then we have a chance because those two, Gabriel and Saliba, like I've mentioned many times, are the best two partnership centre backs in the world. The best centre back pair on the day in world football by a country mile. They're unstoppable. You will not get by them. But I look at that and I just think Odegaard bench, Eze in the number 10, Gyökeres stays where he is, Saka stays where he is, and I still don't see us winning the league. I just don't. I just do not see us winning the league because of this manager. He just does things where you think, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Right. But the squad is getting better. And I will say this, and we all agree in the chat, Mikel Arteta has brought an absolutely fantastic, and I mean fantastic defence. So if they sacked him tomorrow, I'd say, Arteta, thank you for the FA Cup in your first kind of season. Thank you for building a great defence. After that, fuck off. Because that's it. That's all I say, Arteta. Thank you for winning FA Cup. Building is a great defence now. Let's move on and bring a manager what knows what it's like to win a Premier League title, to win trophies after trophies, a proper proven winning mentality manager. I would have Simone tomorrow. He would love to work with this Arsenal team. He would thrive off it. You'd see a better Martinelli as well, and I think you'd see a better Odegaard. He would say, Odegaard, it's your freedom. It's there. Just go. Um, where are we? Godfrey, I think Simone needs a new challenge. He does, Godfrey. He does, mate. I thought he was going to leave last season, season before, and I think he even made a statement. This is my last season, and he's freaking still there. But I don't think he wants to come to. I don't think he wants to come to England. Obviously, with that World Cup '98, what happened? I just don't think he wants to come to England. Obviously, Berta knows him. Berta definitely knows him. Godfrey, we have a good squad he can work with. Absolutely. A manager would be a lot of managers now. Eddie Howe wins Premier League title probably with his squad. Simple. Newcastle was freaking brilliant, even with 10 men against Liverpool. And Eddie Howe does not even have his main goal threat playing at the moment, who was smashing goals in last season, even with injuries, Isaac. Eddie Howe, people, is an absolute class manager. He's brilliant. He's absolutely fantastic. He seems to get a tune out of every single player. Um, Dennis Tomaszewski, I think it is. I would try bring in left winger and sell Deadwood to balance the team. I would love to win the Champions League. Dennis, big up to you, my guy. Good to see you. Please do smash up the likes if you can and subscribe if that's okay. Yeah, I mean, Dennis, again, this is what we're saying, mate. We're potentially signing in Cappy our eighth signing. He could potentially be the eighth signing in this window, which is fantastic to hear in numbers. We don't hear that at all with Arsenal. I remember that year with Marco, Mars Petit, Christopher Ray, I think Camaduara, all the signings, Jules Gramonde. I think we're like 11 signings that window. And we just haven't seen that. But this is where it comes into the talent idea of Mikel Arteta. He still does not find the right balance. He just can't do it, people, because he's just never been there before. He's never, ever been a manager in his life. And it shows with mistakes. He's never had to go to a board and say, I desperately need a striker. I desperately need a backup for Saka. This player we need to sell now. He's never been in that position at Man City because he was Pep's assistant. He wouldn't be saying those things. Pep would be saying it, and Tiki, the directors, etc. That would be all Pep's job. Arteta wouldn't be involved. So this is where I keep saying it's a shame because we've got a manager what's never managed in his life, and we have got a very, very not going to say full squad. We've got some very good footballers at this football club now. Some real, real good players, and I mean very good players. Gabriel Saliba, like I said, on the day, the best centre back pair in world football. In every single team in the world, they are the best in the world on the day. Timber is a fantastic right back. He's getting better. Miles Lewis-Skelly can do a job at left back. I want to see him in midfield. Declan Rice, to me, he just does not shy out. He will give you everything. Even if he's blowing out his ass, he will still give you as much as he can. Zubamendi, decent footballer. Saka, on his day, he's one of the best right wingers in world football on his day. Left wing, I don't know. It's non-existent to me. I don't know who plays left wing for Arsenal because I just don't look at it and think, yeah, we've got a really good left winger because we haven't. Now, if Eze goes there, which Arteta probably wants that because it's all again, as long as it benefits Arteta rather than Arsenal Football Club, it's going to be a big shame because he's a freaking number 10. He's a number 10. So if you have Eze as a number 10, then you look and think, wow, one of the best number 10s probably in Europe, how creative he can be, which he is. Victor Gyökeres, one of the best strikers in the world at the moment. So we've got some real good players at this team. But I'm just very, very confident we've got the wrong manager. Still to this day, he is the wrong manager to take us over the line. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm absolutely eating my words come May. I hope I am. Ryan Dahar, if Arteta doesn't win something big this season, who do you think is fit to be our next manager? Well, Ryan, I would take Simone now. I would love Conte because he's been there and won it in Premier League, but I think his days in England for Conte are over. I'd take Ancelotti. Personally, I think Enrique is going to be the new Man City manager. I just do. I think it's written in stars. Pep, and Enrique, teammates at Barcelona as players, obviously, and they were both fantastic. They've both turned out to be fantastic managers. I just think there's been a conversation already had, like Pep saying, "This is my last season at City," and mentioned it. Would you come to Premier League? I'm sure they've made, and I just think Enrique will be next Man City manager. So I can't really say Enrique because I don't think we've got a chance of getting him. I'd like him. But, there's Inzaghi. There's managers what are better than this manager, and they are. And Mikel Arteta, as much as I don't like him, he's even a person. He's a liar. He's proved that on TV when he's saying things like the post-match interview with PSG game, etc. With female reporter. As much as I don't like him, people, I'm one of those people what will say a big up to that. Like I said, he's built as a fantastic, and I mean a fantastic defence, and that's it is good to see. But I'll even say he's good. He's a lot better than some other managers what's never managed in his life. He has got a bit of a gift for that. He's a lot better than some managers what's never managed in their life. Some managers what's never managed in life wouldn't have done what Arteta's done. But he's not good enough. He's not an elite manager, and he's not a top manager. He's just not. When you see teams like managers turning up at teams and winning trebles in the first season and league titles, and what he's had to spend, and still like an embarrassing Charity Shield. It's laughable. It's not good enough. Eddie Howe is better than Mikel Arteta. Like I said, if we had Eddie Howe in these last 3 seasons, Arsenal would have had a striker. They would have had a backup for Saka to set the pressure off him. The balance would have been a lot better, and he would have got us over the line. Eddie Howe's a damn good manager. Um, Dennis Tomaszewski, Arteta will need the chop if he wins nothing. Absolutely, Dennis. This is what I'm saying. I've noticed in my chat just lately, people now, like I said, I'm not going to go into it fully again. There's the 50-50, there's the 80-20, 64. And people are saying now, like our people might have been right. I was Arteta in, but if he doesn't win anything this season, you can't keep doing this. He's got to be sacked. But you're going to get all your obsessed fans like Tom Canton, etc. They're just going to want Arteta, even if he finishes 10th. They'll still say, "Oh, he's my man. He's my, I back him. He's my man. Arteta. I just adore him. I'm obsessed with him." But like people now, I've noticed just later jumping in my chat and like saying this is his last season, kind of like giving me the vibes, thinking they've backed him. They've said he's the man for the job, but if he doesn't win anything this season, out because it's not good enough. It's Arsenal Football Club. It's not Arteta FC. Great point, Dennis. Really good point. It's good to see people jumping in chat who have not seen it, who are really level-headed. You get some, Arteta, he deserves a new contract. Give him a 5-year extension now. He's going to win everything. I mean, my nephew don't even talk like that, and he's 15. In that figure, that's just like child talk. Arteta will need to go here. Dennis Tomaszewski, SA in 10 over Martin as well. Martin being poor last 18 months. Absolutely, Dennis. And Martin Odegaard is Arsenal's weakest captain he's the weakest captain in football. Martin Odegaard is the weakest captain in football I've seen. When you think back to the Tony Adams, Tony Adams, 669 appearances, second to David O'Leary, the most appearances for Arsenal, 4 league titles, 48 goals, the famous one against Everton, just like that, just looks up at Ivory, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, John Terry, Steven Gerrard, Roy. That is what you call a captain, people. Someone who's vocally loud, inspires, drives fear into the players, thinking if we don't turn up, he's going to batter us in that changing room. So Eze got the Arsenal number 10, and Odegaard sit on the bench. I couldn't care less. He's going to Odegaard slows Arsenal's play down. Hesitation all time. Run, back. Hesitation all time. Eze pick the ball up, drive with urgency, intensity. You say, like I said it earlier on, he can drop to the left, drop to the right with his body shape. He's forward thinking. He'll want to score goals, and he'll be thriving off being like the orchestra of that Arsenal midfield, picking the ball up and making that spark happen. Where are we? And again, yeah, Odegaard was Arsenal's weakest. Sorry, Odegaard was Arsenal's worst first-team player last season, and makes it even worse when he's the captain, and he's the weakest captain in football. Dennis Tomaszewski, Rafinha would have been perfect for us on the left wing, 100%, 100%, Dennis. But I don't fully know what happened with that. Kian Quidley, mental. You'd rather have Eddie Howe over. Eddie Howe's better than Mikel Arteta, Kian. He's dragged Bournemouth up from leagues to leagues. You know, he's won the first trophy with Newcastle. He's fantastic manager. He gets a tune out of nearly all his players. Murphy last season scored 7 Premier League goals last season. I think it was. He's fantastic. Newcastle literally nearly beat Liverpool last night with 10 men, and they haven't even got Isaac up top. They've got Anthony Gordon as playing as their striker. That's how good Eddie Howe is. Arteta does nothing like that. Nothing. He doesn't play a plan B. He doesn't change anything. Eddie Howe is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. And so is even if Thomas Frank, if you gave him all the money Arteta's had to spend, Arsenal win league in the last 3 seasons because he would have found a striker for us, and he would have got the backup for Saka, and he'd have got the right balance. And in games where it's not happening, what's Arteta do? Sits there, stands there, like that, mouthing. Well, change it then, Arteta. If the players are not breaking this team down, your duty is to change it. Tell the players, right, let's play 3 at back and 2 at left back and a right back. Suck them in, draw them in, suffocate them. Arteta don't do that. 4-3-3. If it don't work, that's it. Arsenal have a draw or lose. And that's why we lost. That's why we're drawn 14 fucking times last season. Because most of the time with this manager, he's stubborn and he just does not change. It's all about 4-3-3. If it doesn't work, that's it. Keane Quidley, blame Edu, not Arteta. A man is only as good as his tools. Always been 3 or 4 signings short. Yeah, and Keane, I'll just point a fact out. When Arteta stood there at the Emirates against Everton, when we was 1 game away from winning the Premier League title, when Man City also beat West Ham that day, he said, "Do not be satisfied with second. We want much more, and we are going to get it." So what does he go and do? When the whole world, fans from other clubs, pundits, commentators, everything, all knew, right, Arsenal's not had a striker. They've just fell short. They're going to sign a striker this window. The window, once he said it, they will sign a striker that summer window, and they will sign a player to take the pressure off Bukayo Saka, which has been running to the ground by Gareth Southgate, England, and Arsenal, and that's why I'd say around about 70% of this big injury, why it's happened, because he's just been overplayed constantly, even when we've been winning games 3-0. Arteta's never took him off in past. And the point is, Arteta did nothing. He knew, well, he didn't know. Everybody in the world knew if Arsenal sign a striker that window and a backup for Saka, you will probably say there's a Premier League title because Gabriel and Saliba are just the best centre back pair in world football. What's he going to do that window? I know. Something stupid. Signs a left back and a centre midfielder when the whole world knew if Arsenal just had that extra spark, that extra bit of magic, a striker what could just win that game, even if it won't win well, they would have won the league. And in that summer, he goes and signs a left back and a centre midfielder, Calafiore and Mikel Moreno. That's all Arteta. Wasted. That season, that window, we should have signed a striker at this football club and we should have had a backup for Saka. But no, he decided not to. He turned it down on top of already a thin squad, which is words as well. I have a thin squad. January, with on top of injuries, still no attacking player. Didn't even want to bring Asensio in from PSG on loan to help us get over the line, maybe in the FA Cup. Man United beat Arsenal with 10 men for 57 minutes. We couldn't even break Man United down, who had 10 men for 57 minutes, because Arteta did fuck all to change anything. He did nothing. So I blame Mikel Arteta massively for stopping us winning the Premier League title because of stupid signings when he did not need to sign in those positions. Eddie Howe, Thomas Frank, do not do things like that. Dennis, just that's it. This is the best squad since early Wenger days, 100%. Yeah, and it's a shame that we've got the manager who just doesn't want to change anything. He'll just be stubborn. King Quidley, Arteta has made Arsenal a big uh, club. Big players want to come too. Thomas Frank, gone Spurs, great coach. There's a reason people want to join us, and it's him. People want to join Arsenal, Kian, because of Arsenal, because the Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, Robert Perez, Ian Wright, Arsene Wenger. That's why people want to join Arsenal, because the era of Arsenal and they see Arsenal of old. Arteta is not the main driving force. Some players have never even heard of Mikel Arteta. You know, everybody knew about Arsene Wenger when he turned up to Arsenal. Arsene knew. So let me rephrase that. Everybody knew about Arsene Wenger once he was at Arsenal, because everyone, when he first walked in the door, I don't know if you're old enough to even remember this David Dean era. I don't even know if you know that. Everyone used to say, Arsene who? From Japan? Who the hell's that? Obviously, he was manager. He was managing Monaco as well. Glenn Hoddle was with him at that time. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know Glenn Hoddle. An absolute gifted footballer. Used to play for Chelsea. Um, so he came to English football, Arsene Wenger, and he changed everything. He got the players drinking water only, no fizzy drinks, no hot drinks, no tea, coffee, no fizzy drink, water only. He stopped them from eating all pasta, turned it to greens. He got the players taking a natural strength enhancer, the most natural strength enhancer you can take, creatine, which obviously is the fastest thing to shuttle water into the muscles, and he got them playing. Sorry, he got them taking that for power and strength. He made them line up and take it, and made them take it in front of them because some people didn't want to do it. It changed nutrition, like I just said, everything. It changed the different dimension of the way he plays. He brought players into the Premier League, what people have just like, wow. Christopher Wray, George Weah's nephew, I think it was. Kabadiawara. These are just the outcasts. We're Colo Torre, for like £200,000. Where we're getting all these players from? Arsene Wenger does not come into the same conversation as Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta has won nothing compared to Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger is a double winner, an invincible winner. He's won league titles. He never won the Champions League. We know that. But Arsene Wenger is a legend at this football club. And as soon as he started winning trophies, everybody wanted to play for Arsene Wenger. Mikel Arteta will never, in a million years, have that pull at this football club. Some people don't even know who he is. He's not on the map for winning things. He's not on the map for the Contes and the Inzaghi's winning trophies and Enrique's. He's not on the map at all. He's never even won a Premier League title. At the end of the season, we're constantly, every year now, watching other football teams play at Wembley because we don't get there. We don't reach it. We're not at Wembley no more. We don't play at Wembley. We don't reach any final and we don't win trophies. So that's the facts. That's the facts. If it changes, I'll be buzzing. I'll be very happy. But this is not the Arsenal of the David Dean, Peter Hillwood, obviously no longer with us, Danny Fritzman, no longer with us, Keith Elderman, Lady Nina Bracewell Smith, and just turned 91, who was at the Emirates on Sunday, which was Saturday night against Leeds, which was amazing to see. Just turned 91, I think 10, 12 days ago. Ken Fryer, ex-secretary, director at Arsenal. What a legend. And he's just turned 91, and he was still at the Emirates. Now, I don't know, Keane, if you even know David Dean is, but he's an absolute legend of Arsenal Football Club. He's responsible for bringing the likes of Dennis Bergkamp, etc., Thierry Henry's. He was the man. He was the man. And Arteta would have been out of job, by the way, if David Dean was still here. Mr. Arsenal, as I call him. So I don't even know if you know these people, Keane, but that's Arsenal. This is just the new Arsenal. Arteta doesn't even come into the conversation with the Arsene Wenger, etc. He's built as a fantastic defence, but there's no excuses left for him. He's got to win now. He's got to prove now he is worthy of 15 plus million a year. He's got to show he's worthy of earning that money. Because when I just looked on Saturday night and it showed just turned 91, like say 10 to 12 days ago, Ken Fryer. And I thought, wow, ex-director, ex-secretary. It was just amazing to see. Now, Peter Hillwood, Danny Fritzman, they're gone. They've passed. Lady Nina Bracewell Smith, she's still around. Keith Elderman, I think, still around. David Dean's definitely still around. But it was just, I love seeing things like that because that's Arsenal to me. Ryan, Arteta is good, but it's always his way or no way. Ryan, this is I keep saying, mate. It's always about Mikel Arteta. Everything has to benefit himself rather than Arsenal Football Club. If Eze, which he has been a fantastic number 10 for Crystal Palace, right, Mikel Arteta wants to play him left wing just because he can't drop his love child. He's got two love childs, Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz. I know I was wrong about that. I thought Kai Havertz would be starting against Manchester United, but I was wrong, and that's one thing you'll get from me. I definitely put my hands up when I'm wrong. But Odegaard is Arteta's love child, and this is why he wants to play Richie Eze on the left wing because he can't drop Odegaard. He'll think I can't do it, and it's all about him. Not for the benefit of Arsenal Football Club. That if you play Eze in a number 10, Gyökeres, Saka, and whoever's on the left wing, it could literally change our whole season. We could be frightening up front, but again, like Ryan just said, it's all about Arteta. He will probably stop it. And I'm going to carry on reading that. Sorry, Ryan, Arteta is good, but it's always his way or no way at all. You are right. He is stubborn, but he did bring the culture back, like he said. But this season is now or never season. Ryan, some great points, mate. Tonight, honestly, new to chat as well. Absolutely, yeah. He has brought Arsenal an absolutely fantastic defence to this football club. I will say that about Mikel Arteta, but like Ryan just said, he's stubborn. It's all his way. If Eze's, which he has been doing, is so good as a number 10, nah, Mikel Arteta, right, I'm going to turn him to a left winger. Why? Why? Just leave him alone and let the guy play where he belongs. But again, it's all because Mikel Arteta wants to. It's all about himself. And like Ryan finished on that. If he doesn't win anything, he has to be sacked. Simple as that. Because it's becoming embarrassing. Already people have said if Arteta, how much he spent don't win anything, it's going to be a laughing stock. Ryan DeHart, don't let Arteta fool you guys. I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but he can't get us over the line since day one. I was Arteta in, trust me, but I lied since day one. I was Arteta in, trust me. But this guy, when pressure gets to him, he bottles it. Ryan, you're a real one, my guy. I will say that. Just to even have, you don't even get people admitting that in my comments. Some people, Ryan's just literally said he was Arteta in, and he's clicked on. He's absolutely clicked on. I've never been Arteta in, by the way. I started to think maybe I should start changing my thoughts on him and start backing him a little bit. But then, bang, he did something, and I'm like, oh, no chance, no chance. And it did it for me. It did it for me. Like I've just said a few minutes ago, when he turned around and said, "Don't you be satisfied?" And I thought, right, okay, I'm going to give you this chance, this window. I know for a fact with you standing live on TV at the Emirates against Everton, the final game of the season, I know what you've just said. You do not be satisfied with second because we're not, and we want much more. I thought, you're going to do this. You're going to turn this around. You're going to sign a striker for my football club. My team, what used to implement fear into teams just by the front attacking prowess. And I thought, you're going to sign a striker now, and you're going to sign a backup for Saka to take the pressure off him. Otherwise, you're going to run him into the ground, and obviously Gareth Southgate has as well. And he didn't do either. And I just thought, right, you know what? Fuck off. Get the hell out of this football club. How the hell you cannot go and sign a striker and a backup for Saka this window? And he's only finally done it. Where it's too late. It's too late. The season when Arsenal was 8 points clear in front of Man City, that's our chance gone. I'm afraid it's done, people. It's over. Ryan Dart, you are right. When I was little, I thought Arsenal was named after Papa Wenger. Well, I used to say, yeah, people used to say that. Arsenal Wenger. You know, people used to say that. Keane Quigley, I think people expect after a few signings to win everything coming up against coming up against a strong City and a strong Liverpool team. It's hard to get over the line when you're competing with world-class teams. But we should be that team, Kian. That's what we're trying to say, mate. It should be us now. 21 years. We moved to the Emirates Stadium in '06. I'd move back to this place tomorrow. I would move back to Highbury tomorrow. Fortunately, I only got to go to Highbury once and we beat Wimbledon 5-0. Bergkamp, Tony Adams, Marco Mars, Christopher Ray, and Emmanuel Petit scored his first goal for Arsenal that day. I might have got that wrong. I think Nicholas Anelka might have scored instead of Bergkamp. I can't remember, but I know Christopher Ray scored, Petit scored, Tony Adams scored. I could have, but just enough's enough. Like 21 years, people, all this money spent. They're always posting things on social media. It's all glamorizing things, and everyone's just looking at Arsenal now, thinking, "But what are you going to do?" Because the three things what I will probably say about 20 times on each stream, we're not even getting to Wembley. We're not even getting that day out. We're Saturday afternoon. Again, people watch young, haven't got a clue probably how big the FA Cup is. People watch FA Cup all over the world. It used to be on from about 8 a.m. in the morning till about 6 at night. Once it all finished, obviously post match, everything. I used to love it, the build up, everything. I don't even get to see that now with Arteta. I don't on that Saturday in May, whenever it falls, early May, I get to see other teams representing that for that FA Cup on that day, knowing that the whole world, not probably not as much as used to, but so many fans and it televised to millions are watching the FA Cup day, and we're watching as Arsenal fans, we're watching other teams play, and knowing that one of them is going to lift a trophy at end of that game. It's not my team no more. We're not taking part in any final whatsoever. We're not winning any trophy whatsoever. And we're not even getting that day out, even the day out at Wembley with this manager. So, like what, excuse me, like what Ryan said and that, enough's enough. He used to be Arteta in, and he's starting, and he's kind of woke up and realised that enough is enough. If he does not win the Premier League or Champions League this season, and then all this, he spent nearly £1 billion as well. So all this competing, etc. The competing's over. It's time to win. The excuses are finished, people. And I am going to wrap this up, people, in about 3 minutes. Thank you very much, everybody who's joined in the chat tonight, and new people in the chat, which I absolutely love. It's fantastic. People's different opinions. It's great to see. Please do smash the likes up and subscribe if you can as well. And again, like I said, I'm open to people jumping in chat, speaking different opinions. But one thing I don't do is have people coming and saying, "Oh, you're a CUN next Tuesday," to people in my chat or to me and saying, "You've got to give Arteta another 5 years," because I just block you. It's simple as that. Because that's not an adult chat. That's not grown up. That's not level headed. So where are we? And if people still back Mikel Arteta, then they back him. But I wish that you could see it from a different side, that enough is enough. It's 21 years since we won the Premier League title, and we have to stop. We're Arsenal. We're not Arteta. We're Arsenal Football Club. We're meant to be winning titles, meant to be winning trophies. We were told in 2006, when we moved to the Emirates, when we played our first game against Aston Villa, Olaf Melberg scored for Aston Villa, Gilberto Silva scored for Arsenal. It finished 1-1 that day. We was told, moving to the Emirates, we will compete with the world's leader clubs on the pitch and off the pitch, and we haven't. We've just won FA Cups. That's it. Now we might be at the table signing these bigger players. We might have started it, but trophies are the main thing in any sport. You take part in any sport, you win a trophy. It's simple as that. You have to win trophies. If you compete one year, you make sure you get over the line next year or pick a trophy up. Like a big clubs pick trophies up. Man United were winning trophies under Eric Ten Hag. We're not doing anything. That's the thing. We can keep getting close and finishing second, but we're not getting to Wembley. We're not winning trophies, and we're not even reaching any final. Nearly is not good enough. If you nail it and you compete, you make sure it's full and you get over the line. And we're not. Right, Keane Quigley. But nobody gives Arteta flowers to be in that conversation as being one of the best teams in the world. 5 years ago, would you say we would become? This is it though, Keane. Like it's Arsenal Football Club, mate. Like I said, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you know the legend David Dean and Peter Hillwood. I don't know, ex-chairman, director, etc. But this is what we was meant to be doing when we moved to the Emirates in '06. We was meant to be winning Premier League titles, a massive 60,000 capacity stadium now at the Emirates. We're meant to be winning titles, not like saying, would you expect competing? I don't expect to compete. I expect to win Premier League titles because I've seen it. So it's for me and people at my age, we've seen us win the Premier League title, Coca-Cola Cups against Sheff Wednesday in the 1993 over a two-leg. Coca-Cola Cup is now like the Carabao Cup. I've seen us win invincibles, being invincibles. I've seen fantastic winning players, Vera, Petty, Bergkamp, Henry. A little example for you. A little example. Mark Overmars came from Ajax along with Emmanuel Petit from Monaco in 1997. Yeah, by 2000 they was both sold as a duo, as a double to Barcelona. They are living legends at this football club. Mark Overmars and Emmanuel Petit are massive Arsenal legends. 3 seasons, people. 3 seasons, that's all it took to become a legend. Theo Walcott, yeah, I think he 105 goals for Arsenal. But a little example again, he was there for about 11, 12 years from '06, the Emirates era, and he didn't even become an Arsenal legend. All we kept saying is, when will we see Theo? When will we see that Theo, what we wanted to see? It was always when. There's just a little example. He couldn't even become a legend in 11 to 12 year, and then Mark Overmars and Emmanuel Petit from 1997, both leaving to Barcelona in 2000, become Arsenal legends. So I'm just saying, it's just different standards. It's just how I see Arsenal to some other people. If other people are young, then it's good to be sometimes they'll educate them, and sometimes when they're younger, they have different beliefs. And if what they're seeing now is the standards, then that's fair enough. But my standards are not just competing. I want to win the Premier League title. But Kian, thank you very much for that as well. Nice show though, man. Yeah, that's it, Kian. Another one. Kian's said a few points, which I'm definitely Arteta out, etc. And I don't just want to compete. I want to win Premier League titles. But he's not one of them people. You can't say that. Give Arteta a 5-year contract. Because we've had him. We've had him. And again, Kian's level-headed. And you can tell. You can tell what people say in chat. Because I've had people in my chat where they're saying like, "Oh, you're a CEO next Tuesday" to other people in chat, and Arteta deserves a 5-year contract. Any manager, any football team would take Mikel Arteta in the world. They'd sack all the managers, and it's just absolutely grow up, you wet wipe. Newcastle would not sack Eddie Howe for Arteta. PSG would not sack Enrique for Arteta. Pep would not get sacked now for Arteta from Man City. Slot would not get sacked from Liverpool for Arteta. So the list goes on. They won't sack Conte from Napoli for Arteta. So yeah, I mean, it's good when people like even Ryan again, fantastic as well from his comments. He was Arteta in. He literally says it, and now he's saying no Premier League title, Champions League. I don't know if he mentioned just Premier League. It's out. It's done. It's got to go. So people are like say have changed now the perspective of Arteta. Equally, that's the golden era. I remember Blackburn winning the league. Yep, 94, 95, Kian, with Martin Darlene, Kevin Gallagher as the backup striker, obviously to Alan Shearer and Chris Sutton and Kenny Dalglish. Yep. Well, Kian, I'm impressed with that. That's golden era. I remember, yep, Blackburn winning the league. Where are they now? We've only just got back to having a world-class team, and how long's that taken? Arteta made this happen. I mean, I get your point with the Blackburn. Like they're just literally hanging in there in Championship. And I mean, they had a decent-ish season last season, but just couldn't get to playoffs. I don't think. So I see that with Blackburn, but that's Blackburn, Kian. We're Arsenal Football Club, and I know in '94, '95 when the Blackburn with Kenny Dalglish, Stuart Ripley, Mike Newell, Kevin Gallagher, Martin Darheen, Alan Shearer, Chris Sutton. Obviously, they were the main strikers. Darlene and Gallagher were the backup. Tim Sherwood, Jeff Kenner, Colin Hendry, Tim Flowers. Blackburn had a fantastic team, but we're Arsenal, man. We're Arsenal. We're meant to, 89 beating Liverpool, at Anfield, winning the league, and 71, Charlie George lying on the ground against Liverpool FA Cup. Good point, though, Kian, because Blackburn, like I said, it must be frustrating for them because people don't even know Blackburn's ever won a Premier League title. So big up to you on that, Kian. And predictions Sunday game. I'm just going to read Joseph Connor Golden. Eagles showing heat maps on Dan's channel about Eze left wing was good to see. He showed Odegaard plays right wing on it. Well, Joseph Connor Golden, big up to you, my guy. Hope you are well. If that's roundabout, I'm loving it because I absolutely love that show. It's absolutely class. If that's what you mean. Roundabout is my favourite show, people, by the way. It's fantastic. With Shane Gunner's on it, DJB's always on it, Kenny Ken, Jesse's Arsenal sometimes goes on it. Lee Gunner, obviously, we all know. I love Roundabout. It's a fantastic show. Dan is really, he's just smashing YouTube. He really is. So predictions Sunday game. Well, obviously, I will do a closer to the day prediction. Yes, Roundabout, absolutely. Joseph Cunningham, I love it. It's a fantastic show, mate. Roundabout is class. I love it. It's quality. Predictions Sunday, Ryan Dock, because I'm wrapping up in 2 minutes and I'm definitely wrapping up as well. Again, people, thank you very much. I love it when new people drop in chat because you get different opinions. Like, Keane's just mentioned Blackburn. That's a but we Arsenal, but I get his point. I do get his point. HC, big up Rich. Big up HC, my guy. I hope you are well. Prediction Sunday. Well, people, let me just say this. Gravenbach is becoming a fantastic midfielder, by the way. His first season at Liverpool, couldn't really grasp it. Last season, him and McAllister was the best duo in the Premier League. The trio, Joe Linton, Tonale, and Bruno Guimaraes. People might not agree. I'm just saying. Because I like to. I'm one people. If someone asks me a question or something like that, I can go into a different avenue, and people might be like, "Well, I'll just ask you a question," but I will start saying a few other things as well. So sometimes you'll get that from me. But I look at Liverpool, and as HA said, and I watched them against Bournemouth, the defense is not good. The thing is, we're gifted. Again, and Mikel Arteta has done this. As much as I don't like him as a manager, and I do not like him as a person because he's gone on TV and lied, but we have got a phenomenal defence. With Gabriel Saliba, I feel confident we can stop any single team in world football. And I mean any. Doesn't matter who they throw at them. Yes, they might break us down and they might have a bad game sometimes, but I feel confident we can stop any team in world football. So with Gabriel Saliba, we've always got a chance. It's as simple as that. Now, Liverpool are leaking goals. They are conceding goals, and we haven't conceded yet. We obviously played Man United and Leeds. Now, I don't know if that's going to change. Canate, I mean, Liverpool might sign Mark Gay, and he might be playing Sunday against Arsenal. It could happen because Canate is getting hammered by the Liverpool fans, and he's all over the place at the moment. And yet, last season they were really good. So I don't know what's happening there, but Mark Gay might be signed and ready to play against Arsenal Sunday. But I just don't know because when it comes to attack, Victor Gyökeres now has got to be all on it because we've got no Saka. We don't know who's going to play left wing, and if Odegaard's fit, Eze will probably play that left wing position. And he's just not. He's just a number 10. He's just a number 10. So Mikel Arteta can he can mess this up for us because he can be scattering it all over. Oh, right, Gyökeres is up front, right? So all the pressure's on him. Oh, we've got no right winger. So what do we do? Madueke, well, do we trust him? No, based on Chelsea. Left winger, is it going to be Eze? Or, if Eze's in number 10 and Odegaard's not fit, then who's going to be out left wing? So then it's all like, it's just gone downhill. Gyökeres, yep. And then after that, what? You know what I mean? Because we want to see Eze in the number 10. He might be brilliant as left winger at Arsenal. But with Liverpool, they've got their shit together up front. They've got their shit together. Gakpo, yeah, you can trust him scoring 10 Premier League goals. Ekatike looks like he can handle it in Premier League. He looks, he's physically got it. He's tall, and he can finish. He knows how to position his foot differently in front of goal. I've noticed that already. He knows when to like place it with the side of his foot or put laces on it. Salah's Salah. We know what he's capable of, and I, I, I just don't think we'll beat Liverpool. I don't think we will. They'll probably turn up defensively. If Liverpool turn up defensively on Sunday, Liverpool win football match. Liverpool win Liverpool beat Arsenal because up front, if Salah's on it, then he'll win that himself. And Ekatike looks like he's playing well and he can handle it. Like I said, and he's scoring good goals and he knows how to position his foot differently, like either side foot or lace it. So I think Liverpool. I don't always mention the score, but I think Liverpool will beat Arsenal. I think they will. I think they'll win us. And Onslaught will be probably laying into him, saying this can't happen. We can't keep winning games late. They left it late against Bournemouth with the Chiesa fantastic goal. So I think Liverpool will beat us. I really do. And I don't know what people think in chat, people. I know I'm going to say I'll wrap this up, but sometimes it's not easy just to wrap up. But we're a Gyökeres injury away of really running into big problems up front, kind of like what we had last season, where we're scraping around thinking, can we put trust into him for him to score goals? Can we put, and we'll be like, just probably not. And I just hope that don't happen. But I think this is why I said, if you can loan Ivan Toney, it is a fantastic signing. That to me, then it's Victor Gyökeres, Eze, and Ivan Toney would be the three best signings. My personal opinion out of these nine, if obviously we get Incapi as well, that would be nine. My favourite number, by the way. Right. I can't wait to watch Roundabout. I just can't. I don't know. Don't tell me who's on it neither, Joseph. I think it's fantastic. Joseph gonna go to yeah, Roundabout, Eagles, Clueless. Yeah, he's a twat. How this is what I said earlier on, people. How can people literally subscribe to people like Igel and follow them and make him have like 20,000 followers on Twitter? I don't know how many he's got on YouTube. When he thought Van Persie was part of the Arsenal youth team, how can you want to follow and like somebody like that? I do not get it. I do not get it. Like Adam Keys on Twitter put a post out once saying Kai Havertz has had a fantastic season, scoring 15 goals in all competitions. What do people want to follow people like that for? It baffles me. How the hell can you say your striker, which he was last season, even though he's not an out and out striker, far from it, is having a great season, scoring 15 goals in all competitions? That is wank. That is shit, people. 15 goals in all competitions. You need to score 22 Premier League goals to start with. AJ, big up Rich. Yeah, AJ. Honestly, we should be able to beat Liverpool. Their defense is not that good yet, but they will sort it. AJ Onslaught will not let this be unaddressed. He will change it, and don't be surprised if Mark Gay is wrapped up and signed for Liverpool this week and pushed to start Sunday. Just going to go in. You have to make tough decisions like after Tonali, Bruno Fernandes saw Miley and Jacob Ramsey got on for Newcastle and Joe Willock doesn't get on the pitch anymore. You've got to make tough decisions. Absolutely, Joseph. It's tough. Got to be ruthless. And Odegaard deserves to be dropped. Eze has to be Arsenal's number 10. I am going to keep probably saying that constantly. Eze, he's just thriving. He's on cloud nine. He has to be Arsenal's number 10. Just going to go in. Odegaard needs gone. Absolutely. Weakest captain in football. Right. After I've read these people's comments, I am going to wrap up, people. Everybody, thank you as well for joining the chat tonight. Again, new people jumping in. It's been fantastic. Gavinel, we need to have a go at Liverpool. That is for sure. Yeah, we can't be starting slow, people, like we have been doing the last couple of games. Slow against Man United, slow against Leeds, because Liverpool will definitely score. Liverpool will smother us. Gavinel, and hopefully no Odegaard. And I bet you now Verts turns up against Arsenal. Bet you. Bet you he plays the best he has. Gavin L, and hopefully no, just gonna go in. Igal says we have great squad. All right, then no more players, and Arteta show how good he is. Is rubbish. He is rubbish. Arteta. Yeah, this is it now, people. Like even Ryan jumped to my chat, people. Big up to him as well, saying he was Arteta in, but he's literally saying it's this season. If there's no trophy, no Premier title, can't remember the Champions League, he's out. He's got to go. So Ryan's even changing now. He's starting to think, can't keep going through this. Nearly FC, no final, no Wembley, no trophies. Randall, Igal is Asma for Arsenal. Hamza for Arsenal. I'm not sure what that means. Everybody, thank you very much. Like I said, great chat, new people. Ryan, big up my guy. Kian, big up to you as well, my guy. Joseph, Gavin L, obviously, Chris Welsh, everybody, the usuals. FK with a new name, HJ. Great chat, people. Yeah, I mean, I'll be on tomorrow again. I'm off. Well, I'm off. I've been off today and I'm off tomorrow. Randy and Snorting, big up my guy. Just before about to go, peace, bro. Big up, Randy. Hope you're well, my guy. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day, early morning, wherever you are. And peace, my guy. Thank you very much, people. Like I say, I'll be back. No work till Thursday, as I do 4 nights every week straight through and two off. So all rotational or never used to be. So I can't always say I'll be on at that time, etc. Sometimes I jump on at 7 a.m. in the morning, 9 at night, early hours, afternoon. Everybody, thank you very much and take care. And maybe Incapi will be signed tomorrow, but I want that backup striker. And ideally, I want a left winger, but I know it's not going to happen. But I really want the backup striker. Really, it's a must.